Hello my gorgeous people, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and these are your weekly horoscope tarot card readings, and they are from the 24th of February until the 1st of March 2020. So these weekly horoscope tarot card readings are from the 24th of February until the 1st of March 2020, and I'm going to start with the horoscope sign of my gorgeous and ever so precious and beautiful Aries. My gorgeous Aries, you can expect a rather interesting opportunity which you are actually going to have this week. This is an important to mention that this opportunity is also going to come with a little bit of a little complex situation indeed, which means that you're just going to have to dig it a little bit. You're just going to tap into this dimension. You're going to need to tap into this energy by yourself, my gorgeous Aries. And this is very important because you are going to cause and create and make a rather important karmic chain reaction. This is very significant because what is actually going to happen is, first of all, before you have this opportunity, you are actually going to be provided with a little challenge. There is going to be a challenge that you are going to have at the beginning of this week, and this particular challenge is going to lead towards an absolutely remarkable and very important and rather significant opportunity which you are going to benefit from so much, because it is going to be your next stage, your own personal advancement indeed. What else I was going to say, that this particular opportunity that you are going to have, it's going to be something that is just going to appeal to you really nicely. But then again, as I said, it's just going to be all about the advancement of your current situation, and most certainly step in the right direction. There is an important message that you're also going to have this week. This important message is actually going to make you realize some kind of the certain stage that is slowly coming to an end, but it is going to be connected to a little bit of maybe just a little bit of negative situation, because the certain person dishonesty is just going to come to the surface. Now, somebody was dishonest and somebody wasn't as honest with you, which of course it's not a good thing, but on another hand, this is actually also going to immediately provide you with a different perspective. So basically this is all going to work in your favor, because most certainly there is going to be the decision that you're going to make at the same time based on this particular experience. So you're going to protect yourself at the same time, because it's a lot to do with your own security and power that you're actually going to do, and you're going to improve throughout this situation. By the end of this week, you can expect a rather interesting moment in time which you're going to have, which is just going to provide you with an important realization when it comes to your own transformation and change. But most certainly this is all going to be leading towards your own luxury and culmination. This is very important because financially there is a very significant hope that you're actually going to have here. And then on another hand, what else is going to happen? Something is going to happen within the family, but it's actually going to be really good. If it's not within the family, if you haven't got a family, then it's going to be like when you have like your circle of friends who are like very important to you, who are very close to you, they're also like energetically, the energy is like a family members. It's all like about emotions. It's all about love. It's all about us expressing ourselves with the right people indeed. But most certainly there is going to be a really important news that you're going to have, which is going to be concerning somebody very special in your life, like a certain family member. But that in itself is also going to be very important, because it's going to be leading towards a big change on one hand, and then on another hand, the problem and issue is beautifully and slowly coming to an end, which is going to provide you with a clear focus that you didn't have before, and it is going to start and mark an important stage of the actual personal unfoldment indeed, which means that on another hand, this is going to be the great week to try new things, to kind of throw yourself in all sorts of situations. If you want to kind of discuss things with people, discuss problems, in particular with the people who kind of make you feel really negative and things like that, then most certainly this is going to be an absolutely perfect week for it, because you're going to have this beautiful and quite a relevant sharpness around you at the same time. So that's why I'm saying that this is important important. On another hand, you are going to find it beneficial this week in many different ways. Indeed, when it comes to your own personal freedom, when it comes to some kind of realization that is just going to be able to shed on some kind of light on your current situation. But most certainly you will find out and you will know where you were frequently too restrained, and that's very important for your own personal freedom, but in particular when it comes to your soul, when it comes to your spirit, when it comes to your spiritual journey. Also, the justice. This week, the justice is going to play an important part, my gorgeous Aries. Some kind of justice is going to take place, whether you're taking like basically certain, maybe you kind of like decided to take, to start some kind of process of justice. Maybe you are just waiting for the certain people to decide something for you. However, whichever justice you're hoping for, whichever justice you're waiting for, most certainly this is going to be the week where you're going to have your justice, which means that the energy is going to be just right for the negotiations, to start your own process of justice as well, and also like for investments and things like that. This week is looking rather good and rather important indeed. Okay, I'm just going to shuffle the cards and I'm going to see what is your tarot card of the week as well, my gorgeous Aries. The Hierophant, there you go. This is your tarot card. Now you're reaching a very important stage, my gorgeous Aries, and this important stage that you are reaching, it's going to lead towards one particular moment towards the end of this week. The end of this week is going to bring you a very important realization, but it's also going to come with an element of surprise, something new, some kind of new option is going to come through, some kind of new option is going to come to the surface, and it's going to seem so beautiful, it's going to seem so fantastic, and it's also going to seem like a way out of the situation that you no longer want to be in. This is a very important stage, my gorgeous Aries, and most certainly you can expect an accomplishment, and through that accomplishment there is going to be the certain confidence, and through that confidence you're also going to be able to kind of come out to yourself. What are you in denial? But especially when it comes to like the progress and journey of things that haven't been working that well lately. Okay, when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Aries, I just want to say that it's just so important for you to really try to like do some kind of exercises throughout this week. If you can't do exercises, I completely understand. Then whatever you consider as exercise would be absolutely brilliant, even if you're moving your fingers in like quite different directions, for example. On another hand, it is the vitamin D that I'm going to need you to take, like a vitamin D, because this is going to be something which is just going to protect your bones, and it's very important when it comes to that part of your immune system. And also, if you could get like a vitamin D, you just need to make sure that you actually take it without like anti-caking agents or without any chemicals or any completely unnecessary ingredients. Okay, on another hand, what else you will need, it's of course as usual, I'm going to say organic acerola cherry powder. Ideally I would need to I would need you to take this like every day, twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening, and that way you're just going to basically replenish the vitamin C levels. You're going to improve your vitamin C levels by taking a natural source of vitamin C. Organic acerola cherry powder that I'm talking about comes in obviously in a powder form, and you take 1 little glass of water, 1 teaspoon, you mix it up. The first thing in the morning you drink it, and the last thing at night. This is a wonderful supplement to take, and it's important to say that it's completely natural, but it's really good to boost your vitamin C levels. And I know that cold and flu and some kind of like a viral infections are going to be quite prominent this week. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP, because only they can tell you whether this can interact with your medications or not. For those of you, my gorgeous Aries, that are actually in relationship, this is an important time, that you're both going to have. You're going to realize that you are most certainly going through some kind of very important stage here of readjustment, indeed, regeneration and rebirth. This This is really good because this is going to boost your energy levels indeed. And you're going to have lots of ideas this week as a couple, but most certainly there is something in particular that you're going to come to terms with. But it's so good because it's just showing how significant stage you're entering both as a couple, because you're going to need to make a little a decision here, but that decision is going to require from you to do something that you don't want to necessarily do. It's like a little sacrifice that you're going to need to make, and this certain stage slowly came to an end. But then again, this is going to be very important stage because it's going to shift lots of other negative energies at the same time. It's all about the mind projection, and it's all about this projection in the best and the optimistic way, without thinking negative and without holding ourselves down. For those of you that are actually single and ready to mingy, this is an important stage, my gorgeous Aries. It is just so good for you for this week to go out and meet as many people as you can. There is someone really beautiful that you are going to meet this week. Someone is going to cross your path, but this is not so much about love. It's not so much about emotions. It's not so much about feelings, but it's a very important learning experience that you are going to have through this person. This person is going to cross your path when you least expect it. You're going to look forward to something because at the same time you're going to hear a good news. This person is going to beautifully inspire you. This is not your lover, boyfriend, girlfriend, or anyone like that, but you will see, my babies, this person is going to be an important part of your spiritual journey, of the certain understanding that you are going to have after this moment in time. And this is also going to open up the door for someone very special after this moment in time indeed. Okay, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's of course my gorgeous, my ever so precious Taurinis, my gorgeous Tauruses, my beautiful Taurinis. You're also entering like, ooh la la, quite interesting stage, because what are you going to have? You are going to have an omen, a little kitty, meow, meow. It's going to somehow show itself to you, but it's going to happen in a very bizarre way. It's going to happen in a strange way. It could even be in your dreams. It could even be part of your lucid dreamings. It could even be part of your meditation. Whichever channel this cat decides to come through to you, you will know that you are entering a very special moment at the same time, because most certainly, pay attention, my Taurinis, when you see the cat, if you see the cat outside, you will feel, you will know that this is your omen, this is your sign, because the energy is going to be just right. The dimension is going to be different. So therefore you will be able to kind of like to feel your subconscious levels like, ooh la la, quite high indeed. And this is when we just kind of blend into the background of all these possibilities and opportunities that comes through our subconscious mind. But then again, on another hand, we are able to kind of be part of our subconsciousness at the same time, which is just great, which is just also highly powerful time when it comes to your own personal transformation, change, and the balance that you are going to have. It's going to be absolutely remarkable. You see, there is a lot that is going to be rather vibrant in this moment in time as well. There are lots of ideas that you are going to have, my gorgeous Taurini. So it's very important to realize, when you see this cat at some point, it could be like it could be a little kitty, like a domestic cat. It could be like a tiger, a lion. Do you know what I mean? Like it could be like a puma, puma, whatever. Like it's just so like important to say that it could be any cat from the cat's family, really. So it's just so important to say that once you see it, you will know, ooh, some changes are coming. I need you to pay attention, my babies. Okay, what were you thinking at around that time? What were you thinking that morning, if you can remember? What was on your mind? There is going to be very strong connection with you and that cat, and a very important omen. And also what you were thinking around the time, you will see what you need to pay attention to. And also you will know, you will have a sign, you will have the certain knowledge straight away that some problem is coming to an end, certain issue is slowly coming to an end. But also, most importantly, this is going to start boosting your energy levels, because it's gonna boil down to the one thing. You will know that the change is coming, my gorgeous Taurinis. Change is slowly, beautifully coming at this moment in time when it comes to your particular situation. But this omen is going to mean that you're gonna need to bring together something into a perfect union. For one, For 2, you're going to need to make sure on the certain management and adjust on certain managements of things in your life, of things that you were thinking about, of the things that you were reflecting on the things that that are like kind of like making you really nervous, on the things that are making you uncomfortable, on the things that are preventing you to move on the things that are preventing you to slow down. My Lord, this is just going to be such an important time where wisdom, you are going to feel so wise, and you are most certainly going to surprise yourself. And also, not only you will know that this is the time of changes, but most certainly this kitty is going to let you know about the adjustment and about a certain good influence. An important influence is also going to come through this omen. This is so important to say, because on another hand, this is about your success. This is about the change, and this is about the beginning of a new promise coming in, an unfoldment of an important situation, which is just going to become even more enhanced, even more powerful, even more significant, even more bright through your own creativity, my gorgeous Taurinis. This is a big moment in time that you will know that when you see also this omen, it's just like you're going to need to make an important decision. Okay, so whatever was on your mind, like, oh, I don't know this, or I'm not too sure, whatever was in your mind, my babies, prior that day, or like in the morning, on that day, even the day before, there is an important decision that you're going to make, and it needs to be down to you, down to your own personal judgment. Just remember that the balance is going to be just perfect, and also on another hand, not only the balance is going to be perfect, but it's just instinctively you are going to be very strong and very powerful, and this is also the time when you're going to be guided beautifully towards the right path indeed. So this is why you're going to make an important judgment, but instinctively you're going to be very powerful, and it's just so important that now this is the time of improvement, and it's also an important time of development that it's actually going to come through. What else I was going to say, that this is going to mark an important moment of rebirth, but it's all down to your own karma, and you're reaching a very important stage that is coming out of lots of heaviness indeed. So this is why this is going to be very important, this stage, when it comes to the outcome of the past efforts. But all you need to do is just be as open-minded as you can, but also be very creative. By boosting your creativity, you're going to attract so much like there is no tomorrow. This is a very important moment in time indeed. I want to say one more thing. I know that this is going to sound weird and completely out of the blue, but you are, of course, you are going to be tested indeed. And the fact that you're actually going to be tested is just a quite significant moment in time to remind you that this is actually going to be like kind of like a, oh God, it's such a complex situation. It's just someone is still kind of at the back of your mind. Somebody who left a little bit of bitter taste in your mouth at some while ago, somebody whom you could have had like a negative experience. Somebody is just going to come into your mind, somebody's going to return that week, and it's going to require from you to pay attention to it a little bit. Somebody who made you a little bit angry, or somebody who made you a little bit sad, and somebody who you kind of still could have held some kind of grudge for. It's very important, and negativity, and this is not good, because you're blocking yourself and you're not releasing yourself to reach your full potential until you forgive and forget. I know it's easy for me to say it, forgive and forget, but you're just holding yourself down. You're just kind of preventing yourself to move on. So this is going to be an important moment of absolutely mind-blowing spiritual growth, because you're going to be tested in such a way where somebody is going to return into your life, or maybe it could be even be physically, that somebody comes through and somebody kind of tests your balance by testing you, by doing something not really nice, by testing you, and then you're like, no, just remember, it's forgive and forget. It's very important to forgive and forget. So it's either going to happen like a little bit of like maybe like a little conflict, or either it's going to happen like through the channel of someone coming back into your mind. You're going to be thinking and finding yourself like, oh right, okay, oh God, like thinking about someone in particular, and then it's like, oh, what did she do to me? Oh no, I can't believe, I can't think she's horrible, blah blah. No, baby, no. Just remember, this is the moment to boost your own personal vibrancy. You do not make yourself low, low, low. You make yourself high, high, high. So anyone that comes into your mind like that, this is all part of the process, part of the challenge that you're going to have through. And after that moment, you know, you are most certainly going to have an important time, because your stamina is going to be tested. And it's significant to say this, because through this you are going to have a control over a situation. This is the time of your own personal unfoldment, and also it's going to be an important moment in time when it comes to the actual new plan and the wish that you're going to have. This new plan and the wish that you're going to have, it's immediately going to provide you with an obstacle that you wouldn't normally have. But hey, the most important thing here is the fact that there is going to be the opportunity that you will be feeling. You will know, you will sense that it is there, and that opportunity is just going to kind of like start shining rather brightly at the end of this week. Indeed, towards the end of the week, an important opportunity that just only like about a few months ago you would be like, no, you're powerless, because there was something missing, you know. There was no certain liberation, there was no certain of a free spirit, you know. There was something was holding you down, and maybe financially, and when it comes to security and power, things weren't that perfect, you see. So that's why this is going to be such a nice flip-flop situation, which is just going to really not only become a major wake-up call for you, my gorgeous Taurinis, but it's most certainly going to activate you, you know. It's going to activate those elements and those parts of you that weren't activated in a long time. So this is going to help you to get a whole picture. And most certainly, you know, the problem resolution of a problem is going to be absolutely everything. So important that you're going to make a quite significant decision when it comes to the resolution of the certain problem, but it's down to this conclusion that you're going to have and the satisfactory result. Something, it's just down to making a certain decision. Something is going to take 3 months, additional 3 months, and then after that moment in time, you're going to be ooh la la, the whole new inspiration is going to come through that you wouldn't normally have. And this is of course going to lead towards a wonderful new opportunity with unlimited possibilities that you wouldn't normally have. This is absolutely important moment in time, my gorgeous Taurinis, indeed, because it's bringing you hope, faith, and absolutely fantastic inspiration. You know, it's obsession, but really good obsession. It's just you're gonna kind of like rediscover new you know, discover something that was sleeping in a really long time, certain parts of you, you know, that are going to be so important when it comes to the creation of the whole picture, because you're just going to kind of, what does this does to you? It's just kind of like it really shakes you up, shake your balance a little bit, but it also like creates a new vibration. This vibration is so important because it's all about the certain feelings and emotions that are actually going to take over and guide you towards the right direction without even thinking too much. It's like a bravery and happiness, you know, that is just going to be absolutely significant. Look at this Queen of Swords, absolutely fantastic. I really want to say to you, you know, that this is going to be quite an interesting time for you as well, because it is going to be good news about a certain gain that you expect, something that you wanted and you expected, but most importantly, it's about a new beginning. It's about a very beautiful energy that is also going to create a starting point, but this is so much so to do with a certain advancement, something, you know, you expected it, but not to be on this particular level necessarily. It's just wonderful because you know, you're going to be able to make a decision, and that decision that you're going to make is also going to be leading towards a very important change. My Lord, my gorgeous Taurinis, you know, there is an important decision you're going to make which is going to lead towards an important change, and also very significant Vavavumish moment you're going to have. You will know that your life is going to start changing slowly, but in particular, in particular, when it comes to the certain security and power, you know, certain worries will slowly start going away, and this in itself is just going to be so good because it's also going to, you know, create an important moment of liberation, you know, in so many different ways. And also expect a very significant message this week, very important message, my gorgeous Taurinis. This is is going to be very personal to you. This message is going to mean to you so much, and you're going to be able to rediscover yourself again and look at the situation from a completely different angle after this moment in time, because you will grow spiritually quite a lot. Pay attention to your dreams, my gorgeous Taurinis. There is one strange dream that you are going to have this week in particular. This strange dream is going to reveal something to you. Watch this space, my gorgeous Taurinis, because with that dream, it's a whole new promise. It's also going to become evident indeed. Okay, so now when it comes to the actual health, my gorgeous Taurinis, well, when it comes to the actual health, look at this. Your tummy, my babies, your tamini, my bambini, my bambini, your tamini. Okay, anyway, it's my language. Remember, it's my language. But it's your tummy. It's your tummy, it's your stomach. It's going to be a little bit like a little bit like a sensitive indeed. You see, I would highly suggest you to actually have something like a friendly bacteria. It's very important. I would probably have a friendly bacteria throughout this week, my gorgeous Taurinis, because friendly bacteria, it's going to boost your friendly bacteria. It's going to boost your friendly bacteria, but it's going to get the bad guys out as well at the same time. So this is actually going to be very beneficial for you indeed. On another hand, I would really suggest you to have organic aloe vera juice. Organic aloe vera juice is really good for you, and it's actually very good when it comes to the stomach and stomach lining, and it's very soothing in many different ways. Organic aloe vera juice I would take like once a day as well, and this is going to be quite beneficial. The third thing I would suggest you, another thing that I would suggest you, it would be actually B vitamins, natural dose of B vitamins. So this can be natural, it needs to be natural, and it needs to be like without any chemicals or anti-caking ingredients, okay? But you can also get it outside. Basically you can like get it outside. Gosh, no, you can get it like in ingredients, certain food. If you don't want to take in a supplement, it's absolutely fine, but then get a food which is going to be rich in B vitamins. This is going to be both beneficial for your whole entire digestive system, but also at the same time it's going to be beneficial for your stress, your little baby stress that you're actually going to have, just a little bit of stress, and so this is going to be beneficial for both things, B vitamins. And one more thing, my God, I know it's organic acerola cherry powder. I'm sorry, but it's just so significant time still to be taking like once a day, every morning, organic acerola cherry powder. I know I said it millions of times, but it's a natural form of vitamin C, which is going to boost your vitamin C obviously levels, but it's going to be very good for cold and flu, and your chest are going to be a little bit sensitive, so this is going to do the whole thing. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, then you just need to check with your doctor, or you just need to check with your GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. On another hand, for those of you in relationship, my God, you see, your partner is actually going to surprise you in a really good way, and I have seen this before, but this is going to be like a little bit different. It's something to do with their skill, but also on another hand, it's something to do with like their decision that they made like some time ago, and now this is going to come through. This is going to become a really beautiful flower moment that you are going to have, and there is something quite important and beneficial going to happen. So therefore your partner is going to come up with your partner came up with something, some time ago, so now you're going to see the benefit from it, and at the same time you're going to learn something very important about your partner. This is going to surprise you, but in the best possible way, because it's going to open your eyes and it's going to bring a warmish feeling within you, but it's all going to be like, oh my God, he or she, it's amazing, he's amazing, she's amazing, it's just going to be like that, and you're going to like this, because this is also going to be very good, and also it is just going to be so great, because there is a certain courage that your partner had to do in order to get to this stage, and now this is going to mark an important stage when it comes to your both security and power. You will be able to do something that you weren't able to do before, not immediately, but you will know that this is just going to open such an important door, my Lord, indeed. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, I can see you like absolutely having having a great time, my gorgeous Taurinis, but most certainly it is about the power that you will feel. You will literally feel the power. Now that power is coming from a few different directions. One direction, it's about your accomplishment that you are going to have this week. This accomplishment is also going to boost your confidence, and your confidence is going to boost your energy. Your energy is going to boost your vibration. Your vibration is going to boost your radiance. It's going to be the peak of radiance. Sometimes we don't even realize how powerful, how radiant we are. You need to go out there and meet as many people as you can, my gorgeous Taurinis, because it's just about a certain stability that you are going to have. This week it's all about throwing yourself in all sorts of situations when it comes to meeting people as well. And I need you to do something differently. I need you desperately to do something differently when it comes to when it comes to your things that you do on daily basis, when it comes to your daily routine, when it comes to your monthly routine, when it comes to your weekly routine, because this person, there is someone very special that is going to come through. There is someone very special that you're actually going to meet, but it's significant to say that that person is going to be the key element for someone else who's about to walk into your life. This is all going to be highly connected, and it's also going to come with an element of surprise. So that's why I just need you to go out and test. There is a lot that you're going to realize about yourself this week, but you're only going to realize while you're going outside and meeting people, because spiritually you're growing. So therefore, the way you look at people, who you like and who you fancy, it's actually going to start changing, but in a good way. It will go deeper. It will go more towards the essence. You will see exactly what I mean. Okay, the third sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful, my powerful Gemini. Gemini, someone is going to be jealousini. someone is going to be jealous, a little bit jealous, but this jealousy is going to feel very sweet indeed. This jealousy is going to feel very nice. This jealousy is going to feel quite sweetly sweet, because it's coming from somebody who you are not going to be too much concerned about, or you're not going to care too much about their own feelings, because karmically this person, and this is part of the situation, that it's not very honest. It was a little bit dishonest, it was a little bit deceitful, it was a little bit unstable in many different ways indeed. So this is going to be quite good actually, because on one hand, you know, it's going to make you realize like, ooh la la, you're reaching the high levels of your personal journey. You're reaching high level of your personal success, of your personal advancement. So therefore, this is going to be wonderful, because it's not about jealousy or anything like that, but it's going to be a wonderful moment in time, because you will know that your strength and your personal power is growing at the same time, and you are most certainly having a control over a situation like you didn't have in a long time. This is because instinctively this is going to be an important, remarkable moment in time, and the start of the rebirth and the start of invocation. There is a little ritual, but the little ritual I can see you having, you know, is sometimes you can have it like a subconsciously, or sometimes you can have it like while you're sleeping, you know. Yes, we can do all sorts of things indeed. We are doing all sorts of things when we are like sleeping. We're having astral projections every single night. It's just that we don't remember. So you will be part of some kind of ritual or some kind of a spiritual progress and process indeed. First of all, you're going to witness something, and then you're just going to kind of like really get a certain idea. But then on another hand, not related to that, I can see you like basically I can see you having a very strong connection with the universe. So I would highly suggest you, you know, especially when it comes to your own personal balance, especially when it comes to your own personal enhancement, your third psychic eye is just going to take over, baby. And this is so important, because you will be able to see with the different eyes, and this is everything. It's not only that, it's just like you follow the signs, you follow all sorts of vibrations, you follow like how come I suddenly like white flower, and you know don't like white flower. flowers and things like that. But also is the time to take a little candle, write one thing on, just light it, baby, and then you just basically just make a connection. When you light it, make a strong connection with the candle, with the flame, and then at the same time you make a very strong connection within you, and then at the same time it's a strong and solid connection with the universe. Okay, by the time candle finished burning, your wish, your request, your question will be sent to the universe, and the unfoldment is going to start when it comes to the actual manifestation. It's a powerful time when it comes to this. Also, this jealousy, jelly, baby, what I said at the beginning, it's also going to be quite good for you, because you know what? It's going to give you room to grow in so many different ways, because you will rise above the situation. You will not bite back, or anything like that. I can see you being absolutely brilliant. But on another hand, this is going to provide you with an obstacle, and that obstacle that you are going to have, it's also going to kind of be a very significant, but it's just going to kind of make you realize that there is going to be a bit of like bam flip-flop moment, but it's coming out to be a bit of a tower situation. I'm sorry, Gemini, a bit of a tower situation, but it's just so important to have a bit of tower situation. So the tower situation is going to come through this situation. It's just like about this vibrancy, about a new dimension that you're going to step in. So basically what is going to happen, so it's first obstacle, and that obstacle is just going to set you on the way, set you on the journey, set you on the path. It's going to make you think in a different way. It's going to make you think about new plans, new wishes, and the transformation, completion, and certain travel. It's just all going to be around you. But the bottom line is this is going to lead towards like a complete and sudden change. But this is so good. This is to do with the tower that you're not responsible for, the tower that you were able to step away from on time, the tower that you kind of have risen above, high enough in order not to be affected by it, but in order to actually kind of be shaken a little bit in a good way. And this shake is also going to be so good because it's another hand going to make you realize that certain stage is coming to an end. But it's actually brilliant because, there is no point to kind of waste your energy, to waste your karma, to waste your dimension, to waste your power, with some kind of situation, certain group of people maybe, or certain person, or a certain dimension, that is actually just draining your energy. This is the problem. You reach the end, and now this is just actually a bit of a yin-yang moment. The tower situation is just going to kind of like also redirect you a little bit, and by the time we get to the last part of this week, last day of this week, it's going to be brilliant because you're already going to be kind of like on the different way, on the different journey. But most certainly you were tested, your stamina was tested, but now this is going to be an important moment which you're going to have, and it's going to redirect you away from the situation where you shouldn't be, where you shouldn't go, and you will know exactly what I mean. Most certainly this is a good thing. It's towards your own security and power and luxury indeed. And also basically when it comes something very important, it's going to happen when it comes to your skill, when it comes to your practical knowledge, when it comes to things that you like to do, when it comes to like some kind of like a realization and something very special, something very special is just going to shine very brightly, and it's going to require from you to kind of brush it up. Do you know what that is? My Geminis, this is going to be brilliant because by the end of that week, it's all about you. It's all about what your skill. It's all about what you like doing. It's all about what you like doing in order to like express yourself through the peak, through the highest levels of your own personal radiance. And this is going to bring you nothing but the best ever perspective, on the certain part of your life, but most certainly when it needs to be made like a certain decision. And this is going to lead towards an absolutely remarkable opportunity as well, which is going to happen 4 months later, exactly 4 months later. This stage is is going to be ridiculously connected, very much so. But most certainly, it's all about the unfoldment, activation, the harmony, and most certainly the reason for the celebration because of the new beginning. But this is about you. This is what you want to do. This is where you want to take your life. It's not about, oh yeah, everything's going to change on that day. No, baby, no. But it's important for you to get a clear vision by having, feeling, and sensing your own direction. It's so important because what is going to happen here, it's going to be sacred, sacred, sacred. It's the time of awakening in many different ways. Not only spiritual awakening, but awakening of an old you. The missing puzzle is going to return into your life. Somebody you haven't been in touch in a long time, it's also going to return into your life. But not a lover, boyfriend, girlfriend, nothing like that. But just somebody who's meant to be in your life. And that person is also going to tell you something, confirm something to you, and give you also absolutely the greatest idea. And it's to do with the change, it's to do with the balance, and it's to do with the certain protection, security, and power. And it's also just about grounding yourself in the right way indeed. Okay, now my gorgeous Geminini, I'm going to shuffle this cardini. Geminini, I'm going to shuffle this cardini, okay? And I'm going to see what is your tarot card of the week. Okay, so okay, my lord, you see Ace of Cups. This is absolutely wonderful. Very important week when it comes to love. Very important week when it comes to connections. Very important week when it comes to reconnections. And also, it is just basically, please try to pay attention to little signs when it comes to like a certain people trying to come into your life, certain friends, like a real friends, maybe certain family members you haven't been talking like enough, or you haven't been around enough. But just pay attention who is trying to get into your life this week, because these people are going to be the real people. These people are going to be people who are meant to be in your life, and these people are also going to be the beneficial part of your own personal progress as well. Very, very special relationships you are going to have this week, and these relationships are going to be quite significant when it comes to new relationships and all relationships. And this is why I said just try to go out as much as you can and try to meet as many people as you can, because there is a very important beginning that is also going to take stage. Something that was missing about you, you're going to discover about yourself through the actual being around with the people, being around with the real people, and that is going to make you feel enthusiastic, okay? But it's also going to help you with a certain obstacle, and that is going to be significant because it's just going to be an important moment in time when it comes to the unlimited possibilities, when it comes to your life and awakening that you wouldn't normally have. Now when it comes to basically those of you Gemininis who are actually wondering about health, now, my gorgeous Gemininis, when it comes to your health, you see, it's just basically very significant for you to take something like a calcium, magnesium, and zinc, and vitamin C organic acerola cherry powder. Calcium, magnesium are going to help with your bones and with your skeleton, which is going to be quite sensitive. Zinc is going to help you with to boost your immune system, alongside organic acerola cherry powder, which I would need you, of course, take in the morning, 1 teaspoon with a little bit of water and drink it, and in the evening before you go to sleep as well. This is going to boost your vitamin C levels as well, because you've got a little bit of sensitive skeleton, sensitive bones, but also at the same time you've got a little bit of cold and flu symptoms. So that's why I just say basically vitamin C and zinc as well are going to play an important role to fight this back. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, or you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, for those of you that are actually in relationship, oh my lord, for those of you in relationship, you've got a bit of a really nice success going here, material attainment, and you are going to find yourself in a rather advanced level. This is an important moment in time when it comes to healing, when it comes to good health, when it comes to the certain victory as well, and when it comes to the certain stability. Perhaps you were worried, perhaps you were uncertain, person, perhaps you weren't too sure, but most certainly there is an important stability going to come through, okay? Very, very important indeed. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, you see, you just need to understand that there is an important satisfaction that you are going to feel this week, that you are going to have this week, but this is a lot to do with the boost of your confidence through your own work, through your own hard work, through your own success. So this is going to be an important moment in time, my gorgeous Gemininis. But this is just so significant because there are quite a few people that are going to be quite important around you this week. Few people are going to respond to you like who wouldn't normally respond. And this is for those of you that are single and ready to mingy. Indeed, there is someone very quite cute, quite nice, quite interesting that you are going to meet. But first of all, this person is going to be very particular and very important when it comes to the friendship, when it comes to like getting on, and when it comes to the certain understanding, certain satisfaction, this is important because that person is going to cross your path. It's only going to cross your path, my babies, but it's going to happen this week. It's only going to cross your path at a time when you least expect it, but you're going to be happy. You're going to have a big smile on your face, and you may be even celebrating something. I know you're going to have a big smile on your face, and at the same time this person is going to cross your path, but you're going to be so busy focusing on your own accomplishment and success. So this is going to be great, but most certainly somebody very beautiful, it's going to cross your path, and that person is going to return. This person is just going to be perfect in so many different ways, okay? So basically just it is going to be an important stage of you just kind of meeting someone, coming across someone, but I just want to say to you, go out as much as you can, okay? Just go out as much as you can, meet as many people as you can. This is important week when it comes to social relationships indeed, and you will know exactly what I meant, okay? Do you hear that? Wow, that's your confirmation, my gorgeous Geminini. That was your confirmation. Policy, confirmation indeed. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful, my ever so gorgeous Cancerini. My gorgeous Cancerini. Now, there is the certain... This week is going to start a little bit strange and a little bit bizarre because it is going to be about a certain inconsistency. You're just going to start feeling unpleasantly happy with a certain stage of your life, but it's going to come through some kind of, I say unpleasantly, because it's going to be connected to the inconsistent situation and also inconsistent person and also inconsistent outcome. So this is going to make you realize that, you should not blame yourself, for things that maybe didn't work out and things like that. But this is most importantly so important because it's just going to be a wise moment for you. Wise moment because it's going to redirect you a little bit, and this is nothing unusual. It's just part of your transformation. When I say it's going to redirect you a little bit, this is so important because it's going to get you going, it's going to get your mind going, and it's going to expand your mind, and you're going to find yourself like having ideas that you wouldn't normally have. You're going to find yourself being quite ecstatic in many different ways. This is because you got this right, and this is also because you're going to have a quite powerful week when it comes to your own psychic week. Indeed, it's going to be a powerful week when it comes to your own intuition. This is a highly vibrant time of the ideas, so therefore this is going to be brilliant for two things in particular. This week you're going to be full of ideas, and it's going to be the return of beautiful energy, which is going to re-energize you, okay? On another hand, this week it's going to be really significant because if you didn't realize this situation through inconsistency, that what I've just said, you wouldn't be able to realize some kind of you wouldn't be able to perceive the unknown situation in this particular way, and this perceivement that you're going to have, the way you're going to perceive this, it's actually going to awake you to an unknown danger. And this is why I say that you are having such a beautiful, amazing flip-flop psychic moment, because through the negative yin-yang situation, you are going to get the best out of it. For once, you're going to grow out of it. For two, your instinct is just going to get really, really sharp. 3, at the same time, you're going to be the part of an ancient healing wisdom. So therefore, it means that you will be able to expand your energy, expand your mind into all sorts of directions, into all sorts of dimensions that we all always are, the part of the multiple dimensions, the multiple universes. But this is just going to be so important because your awareness is going to be that much strong, that much better throughout this week. And this is where the ideas are going to come from. If you don't action the ideas that you are feeling and having throughout this week, just take a paper and just write them down. You don't need to just do everything then and there, but just try to write them down somewhere, try to do that and keep these sacred ideas and messages that you're actually going to have throughout this week. It's so important because this week it's going to be like a week to do things that are really annoying you, things that are really problematic for you, things that are really like a responsibility that you like to avoid. Do not do that, my babies, because there is a certain responsibility that you are trying to avoid. It's going to come back and it's going to give you a little spiritual slap like this. Okay, and that spiritual slap is so important to deal with it then and there. Something that you have been putting back, something that you have been putting behind, and it's also connected to number 3. There is a very strong connection to number 3 when it comes to this, my gorgeous Cancerinis. So most certainly the situation is going to come back and it's going to require from you to make some kind of like a adjustment, some kind of like a input, and it's going to be important for you to remember not to avoid responsibility, because this is something to do with the burden. My gorgeous Cancerinis, this is to do with your own burden, so you just must not avoid it. When we have a burden, it means it's a complex situation. When it's a complex situation, it means that it's karmically heavy. When it's karmically heavy, it means that we have to carry it like wherever we go. The fact that we have to carry it wherever we go is just slowing us down and slowing our process and our journey, so we can't be free without realizing we are held down, we are held back. So that's because we're having heavy karmic baggage. And this comes when it needs to get to the certain stage, to the certain dimension, which provides you to look at your situation from a completely different angle, and it is just going to provide you with such a beautiful reward later on. It's not going to be that long. 4 weeks later, exactly 4 weeks later, you're going to have a really beautiful moment in time, the beautiful direct reward from this particular stage. Exactly 4 weeks later, my gorgeous Cancerinis. So do not avoid any responsibility. From the beginning of this week, I would be like, hello, like, what do I need to do? Anything that comes to you that's like, oh no, anything that comes to you that makes you feel like, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't want to talk to him, I don't want to talk to her, oh, I don't want to do that. No, baby, no. You just go for it and deal with every issue, every problem that you have. It's very important to understand, to not to rush into any decisions. It's all about moderation. Indeed, it's very important for you, my gorgeous Cancerinis, to do this, because this is also, look at this, death. You see, death, it's very important, and it couldn't work any better when it comes to this situation, indeed, because it's all about a new beginning, my babies. It's all about a new start. It's all about a new window about to be open, my gorgeous Cancerinis. But it does require from you to tap into the energy a little bit, just a tiny little baby bit. Take a little spiritual key and open it up by having a little knock. This is an important time that you are going through, my gorgeous Cancerinis, and it's time of transformation. As more you are aware, the more rewards you're going to have. The more you do, the more greatest outcome you're actually going to have. This is all about your destiny, fortune, fate, outcome, and an absolutely remarkable advancement of your life that you actually have. Whatever is happening in your life this week, it's going to feel very strong. It's going to feel very powerful. It's going to feel a little bit different. It's going to be an element of like, oh God, but also an element of a bravery, because you're going to transformation, very important transformation. And also try to get rid of the old things, like go with this flow, go with this vibration, go with this energy, my gorgeous Cancerini. So try to kind of swap things around, change things around a little bit in your house, wherever you are. and this is also going to have a beneficial effect on you when it comes to your own vibrancy, because when it comes to Feng Shui, for example, which I quite like as well, it's like you always like changing things around instead of just leaving them in the one place, one area, you know. You're always changing things around, so that way you're also refreshing the energy at the same time. Now, when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Cancerini, I have to say something that those of you that didn't have any improvements like in a long time with like ailments and things like that, now you should have improvement, because you're going to have a rather nice strength now back, which is really good, like a highly important time when it comes to healing indeed. But on another hand, it is also what I've seen before when it comes to you, my gorgeous Cancerini, is the vitamin D. You need to make sure that you're taking a vitamin D, whether it's from the sun or whether it's a natural supplement. Okay, if it's like a natural supplement, then you just need to make sure that it's without anti-caking agents like any chemicals or anything like that. Or you can get it in a food, like organic free-range eggs are high in vitamin D. Calcium, magnesium and zinc. Calcium and magnesium is going to be good for your bones and your skeleton in general indeed, and zinc is going to be good to boost your immune system, because surprise, surprise, cold and flu and this type of infections are still quite strong and quite vibrant at this time of the year. So it's just also organic acerola cherry powder, indeed, a natural dose of vitamin C I would need you to take like in the morning and in the evening. And the zinc is also going to do that. It's going to help you out. It's going to help you to boost your immune system. Make sure that you're using natural deodorant without horrible vile aluminium. Natural deodorant without aluminium, because you will be sensitive to aluminium still. And also what I said before to you, inside your mouth is still going to be rather significant sensitivity, and organic acerola cherry powder, vitamin C and zinc are both going to help with this. And also make sure you're using what I said to you before. I know I've said it before, but make sure you use like a natural toothpaste without fluoride and mouthwash without fluoride. Toothpaste should be like aloe and tea tree, and mouthwash should be aloe vera and tea tree and without fluoride. Please, please, please. If you're on any other medications, I don't know what that was, but if you're on any other medications, then you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so now for those of you in relationship, you know your partner is just going to need a little bit of womanish energy, because your partner is just going to be going through the certain negative stage, maybe negative period, and it's to do with like some kind of like a domination. It's to do with some kind of a conflict, you know, like, and also it's to do with some kind of uncertainty. Your partner will be going through some kind of difficult stage this week. So basically, you know, it's just make sure that you surprise them. This is what is quite interesting. It's important, like if somebody's having something difficult, so just make sure you're there. You, on another hand, will be able to heal pretty nicely. Your energy of healing will be really great so throughout this week. So just be around them, you know, and that is going to help them a lot. But then again, on another hand, even better, take them somewhere, buy them something, get them something, surprise them. The energy of surprise creates this powerful element of surprise, which reflects on people really beautifully, but it's cutting through this negative energy that is just bringing people down, and it's just making things a bit more vibrant. So this is something that I would highly recommend. Okay, but most definitely, if your partner can avoid like any investment or anything like that this week, would be like super fantastic. Okay. On another hand, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, I don't see the lover, I don't see the boyfriend, I don't see the girlfriend, but I can see you having a great time. Great time. Bam, 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 bam. You see, Cancerini, you activated my singing mode. You activated my singing mode. No, seriously. No, it's just for those of you that are single and ready to mingy it. You know what? It is not going to be like this time. You know, oh my God, the person of my dreams is coming through. No, baby, no. This week is going to be more significant. It's going to be more powerful. It's going to be more solid when it comes to the actual practical knowledge, business acumen, strength. You know, you're going to get some kind of praise, an important realization about you, about yourself, and you will realize how powerful you are. There is some kind of direction that is going to show itself. This direction in itself is going to be so important when it comes to your personal unfoldment, personal development, where exactly you should go for many different ways. The new direction that is going to show itself to you, my gorgeous Cancerinis, it's also going to be the way out of the situation for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, most certainly. So the new situation, when it comes to the new option, it's going to become quite relevant to you when it comes to meeting someone new, someone very important later on. But you will see exactly what I mean. And there is also going to be quite significant negotiation that you are going to be part of. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful, my powerful Leonis. Now, Leonis, you are just going to be on fire this week. This week is going to be such a breath of fresh air because it's going to boost your confidence. It's going to boost your power. It's also going to be very important because through the sad situation of somebody else, through the negative situation of somebody else, somebody in your life has been through something quite not really nice, something quite difficult when it comes to their personal life, when it comes to their personal situation. Okay, somebody is going through something quite difficult that you are going to be aware of. This is going to be an important moment in time as well for you, because this is going to help you to express yourself in a certain way, but at the same time you're going to come to the certain understanding of your own situation, of your own negative situation, of your own situation where you are being unhappy about, that you should kind of shed a light on. Do not leave things behind anymore. You need to understand that this is a great week, absolutely perfect week to actually realize what is bringing you down and what is emotionally not working for you anymore, because there is going to be some kind of this is very personal, okay, my gorgeous Leonis, this is very personal, and it's almost like, through somebody's like a sad situation or through somebody's negative situation, but this person is connected to you, this person is connected to your life, so you will be able to feel their dimension, to feel their sadness. Maybe it's just like a little bit of negative situation that is going to affect you in a certain way, but it's also on another hand going to provide you with a realization. It's going to get you thinking, and without you realizing, subconsciously something is going to start happening, because the power of your mind is going to start expanding and you're going to start thinking like, oh my Lord, and this is just going to make you very open-minded. And this open-mindedness is exactly going to be such an important time, because it's going to help you realize, what are you lying to yourself, what are you in denial, what are you in denial, because that particular thing that you're going to realize slowly came to an end, and this has been like that for a while, but it's just on you to kind of realize and pinpoint down what is this particular thing. At the same time, this is going to have such an important flip-flop moment, and you are going to start creating something, way out of the situation that is keep on bringing you down, that is restraining you. So therefore you started maybe feeling like you're not yourself lately, like you need to pay attention to what you say, you need to pay attention to what you do, or most importantly, you've started feeling like you can't express yourself because maybe there's certain people around you or certain people about that shouldn't make you feel this way, but they do make you feel this way. So this is some kind of progress of evaluation and re-evaluation you're going to have. So this is emotionally, personally going to be a very important moment that is going to create an obstacle, but it's going to confirm something to you that you already knew. And 3, 4, 5, 6, no, we are in February, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. September 2020, it's going to be very important when it comes to this progress. You see, this week is just so interesting indeed, because this week in particular, the energy of this week, is just absolutely remarkable when it comes to the new beginning, to the new door, but also an extension of the current events, which is going to take place over the next few months, of our lives, which is going to take a certain unfoldment, but at the same time, it's just going to take us progress where we need to go, through the actual right door, by dealing with an obstacle in the right way, at the right moment, at the right time. This is also going to not only mark the new beginning, but it's going to bring a promise where there wasn't promise. Just remember, this is the time of self-illumination, the time of like a self-denial, and it's also as soon as you kind of like come to terms with yourself, and this is to do with the change indeed. On another hand, Leonis, Pam parararam pam 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 tarararam tan 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 tarararam tarararam pam para para pam 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 tan tarararam na 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 pam para para pam para pam para pam. Do you know why I sing? I sing because I can't put my hands like this because I've got all the tarot cards everywhere, so they're gonna get stuck here. So I've learned that, so I'm not doing it. But do you know, Leonis? Do you know what that means? You will have a really nice moment this week as well. These are emotions, they're very deep, they're very spiritual. What I said, you are still going through a very important stage of your own personal progress, so there is a very important lesson that you are going to learn. I wouldn't say mistake, but it's a lesson. But most importantly, what I get really excited about is it's about the success that you are going to have when it comes to the overcoming the certain obstacle, when it comes to your security and power and all the other things, because this is the success when it comes to the actual gain. You will have a certain gain, and that in itself is just going to create some kind of a challenge at the same time. But it's so brilliant because this is going to all happen quite quickly. The certain challenge that you are going to have at the same time, it's going to require from you to do something almost immediately, which you are going to do, and you may not even realize the importance of this particular situation at the beginning of the week. But what is actually going to happen, something strange, different and unusual, something odd when it comes to you having a victorious moment in time where you didn't actually even expect anything. Not only that this is going to give you a successful moment in time when it comes to security, power and gain, but it's actually going to surprise you. It's going to give you room to think, because you're going to find yourself on a quite advanced level way sooner than you thought. And this, my babies, it's going to be everything, because you wanted to move on. You wanted to do something different, but now you're going to realize that you've got more resources than you need in order to do what you want to do. It's all about this mental challenge, the ability and everything else that you're going to be able to kind of pinpoint down, and there is the picture that you're going to have that you didn't have before. And this, my gorgeous Leonis, it's going to be absolutely everything. There is a very important negotiation you're going to have. Did you hear that? Very important negotiation, my gorgeous Leonis, you're going to have. This is so important because this negotiation also means that the energy is going to be just perfect. And this energy means that if you want to have some kind of negotiation, if you want to have start some kind of process, if you want to go and do things that are really bothering you, that are making you feel unhappy or quite scared, just go for it, because the outcome is going to be really good and very successful indeed. On another hand, this is also going to be kind of like a very important time when it comes to the actual an unrealistic person. You will realize something about unrealistic person around your life. This person who is unrealistic is also starting to draining your energy, because they don't understand you quite, they don't understand you. But it's more about yourself, because this is going to help you to make an important judgment. And the judgment is also going to be so significant, because it's going to be the part which is going to be relevant when it comes to your own personal promotion, when it comes to your own rebirth, but an advancement on a whole new level after this moment in time. Because in the last 2 months you had the difficulties in launching new projects because of this particular situation, but now most certainly through your own accomplishment you're going to have a great success, material attainment, and you are are going to find yourself in an advanced level. And this is the security that I'm talking about, that it's really important that you wouldn't know if you didn't go through this particular situation right now. Also, absolutely vavavumish important week when it comes to the actual apprenticeship. Oh my God. Listen, wherever you are, something is going to happen, and it's going to happen when you least expect it, like out of the blue. Okay. So let's say you work in the shop and like you're moving the statue of the cat, you know, you just do everything 100%. Everything that you do like 1,000%. You give 1,000%. I'm not saying that you're not doing it, but I'm just preparing on those eyes, those eagle eye, eagle, not evil, EV, eagle as in the bird, and those eagle eyes watching you. I say eagle, not evil, eagle, because these eyes are also going to be an important part of your progress, because you're going to do something great. I'm telling you, I'm preparing you, because you're going to be part of the challenge, but this is going to be brilliant because you're going to be watched by the right people. You're going to be watched, you know, you're going to be part of the right energy. You're going to be part of the right dimension, and something is going to surprise you at the same time. There is an element of a beautiful surprise that you are going to have through actually being like kind of tested and you're not even aware of it. So something is going to be offered to you. Something is going to be provided to you through your own, like a great moment, to your own hard work, for example. But if you're not working, if you're retired, then also it's going to be an important week. This is all going to be about the connections, reconnections, and also what you do on daily and weekly basis. You know, it's going to go on the very important stage, on a very important level, and it's boiling down to you being happy, to you doing what you want to do, to you being surrounded by the people and by the dimension that you want to be surrounded. This is going to be big, and it's also going to become the part of the start of the very big change when it comes to your home, when it comes to your immediate environment, but also when it comes to the actual financial opportunity. An important financial opportunity, it's also going to confirm something to you, and it's going to help you so much with the time that you had excessive pressure and overburdened feeling because you didn't know what to do, and now this is the time of accomplishment and it's the time of the future planning. So you will be able to relax here and also do something very, very important for yourself. This is very personal. It's something you want to do in a while. You just need to jump in the water and learn how to swim. Don't worry about learning how to swim. First, jump in the water and you will learn how to swim. Don't wait to learn how to swim. You are most certainly going to make an important decision here, my gorgeous Leonis, and that decision, it's going to be very personal to you. Like I repeat, very personal indeed. Okay, and that decision is gonna take off in May 2020. May 2020 is also gonna be quite significant when it comes to you, my gorgeous Leonis. Indeed, let me see what is your tarot cardina of the weekina. Tarot cardina of the weekina, my gorgeous Leonina. My gorgeous Leone. Okay, there we go. 7 of Wands. This is a very important time, and you know what? You are most certainly going to be really busy. You're going to realize how beautiful you are. You're going to realize how amazing you are. You're going to realize how powerful you are. Not in a cocky way, oh, I'm gorgeous, I'm amazing, I'm brilliant. No, baby, no. This is going to be the perfect time, the perfect moment in time when it comes to the actual balance, and you are going to make an important, solid decision when it comes to your future planning. Very, very solid decision, okay? And this is only going to happen because, you know, there is a certain material attainment that you are having, and you're going to find yourself in an advanced level. And also the confidence, the fantastic, mind-blowing boost of confidence is going to come at the same time. You're going to make a very, very mature and important decision, and you are going to be very proud of yourself indeed. Leone. Okay, when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Leone, when it comes to your health, I will tell you one thing, you know. You just basically need to try to reconnect with the nature as much as you can. This is so important. Try to connect and reconnect with the nature as much as you can, because you will find the vibrancy of the forest, of the plants, of, you know, of the forests are full of plants, obviously trees, the spirits, forests are absolutely remarkable when it comes to the actual healing, but also when it comes to our own rejuvenation, because sometimes people just don't realize how bad phones are, how bad all these things are, for us. And sometimes people forget to reconnect and connect with the nature. I'm not saying this, you could be living in the middle of the forest, lucky you, beautiful. But I'm just saying that it's very important to try to reconnect with the nature this week. And also you're going to find it quite beneficial to actually be by the water, whether this is the lake or whether this is the sea or whether this is like, the river, but you're going to find it very beneficial to be in the water or by the water at least, because when it comes to your meditation, when it comes to clearing your mind, once you do this, once you clear your mind, you're going to boost your own energy, your own power, and that is going to reflect in your confidence, and on the certain ideas are going to start flowing in as well. A great week to meditate, and most importantly, just try to kind of like avoid sugar, avoid coffee as much as you can. Okay, avoid sweets throughout this week. If you're eating sweets, please try to avoid them. If you need to have a sugar, what I said before is stevia. Stevia is a natural sugar, much better than sugar. Okay, stevia is a natural sugar, just a little bit more expensive, but it's so much better for you. And also maybe if you don't mind organic honey also instead of sugar, but just try to avoid sweets as much as you can, because you're going to find it very difficult for your stomach. Okay, and also vitamin D, it's going to be something I highly recommend, because you're going to need this for your bones and to boost your immune system this way. Calcium, magnesium, this is something that you're going to need. And all calcium, magnesium is going to be for your bones and for your skeleton, very sensitive. And also is the basically aluminium free deodorant. Please try to use aluminium free deodorant, because you're going to find yourself being sensitive to aluminium. And another thing I was going to say, is the stomach. It's the sensitive stomach. I just see you like being quite sensitive, so try to get like a natural dose of B vitamins, okay, without anti-caking agents. Try to get like every single morning like the actual friendly bacteria by taking a yogurt, or something like that. And also all aloe vera juice, organic aloe vera juice, is absolutely wonderful when it comes to stomach, when it comes to the actual stomach lining, very soothing indeed. And the B vitamins are going to be brilliant to actually for the whole digestive system. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor, GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. My gorgeous Leonis, now for those of you that are single, for those of you that are in relationship, it's important moment in time when it comes to the certain creativity. It's important moment in time when it comes to the certain beginning, and it also an important moment in time when it comes to the actual beginning of a very meaningful experience and a quiet adventure. Something that you both needed to happen, something that you both wanted to happen, and it's most certainly going to lead towards an absolutely mind-blowing new beginning. Bum, bum, bum. And for those of you Leonis that are single and ready to mingle, you see, I just see someone here, but I don't like that person at all. Somebody's going to be around you this week, my gorgeous Leonis, and I don't like this person. Somebody very ingenuine about that person. Most likely you're going to be around that person, and you're just gonna think, oh my god, he or she, they're gorgeous, oh my god, wow, ooh la la, hello darling, that's how you're gonna feel. But I'm just telling you, there's something really bad about this person, something really negative, something really ingenuine. But you will be able to feel this, you will be able to sense this, but there is so you're not gonna end up with this person. But it's gonna be a great week for the social relationships, for the relationships in general, an important week where you're gonna find your ground. So the lovers, boyfriends, girlfriends are not going to be that important. It's just about the actual fact that you're going to learn something through this particular experience. It is not going to be that long until someone very special walks into your life. But most certainly, my babies, it's not going to be this person. But this person is also going to be an important part of the picture, because it's going to help you to kind of understand something about yourself that you didn't understand before. So there you go. Okay, before I start, Virgolini, I'm just going to go and I'll come back in just 1 second, my gorgeous peopleini. Okay, before I do Virgolini, I'm gonna come back in a minutini. Oh God, before I do Virgolini, I'm gonna come back in minutini. Bam, 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 bam. I'm here, 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 I'm here. Virgolini. And before I start Virgolini, okay. Alleluia, 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 alleluia. Hallelujah. Hello, my gorgeous Virgolini. You know what? It's the time where you're going to have such a boost of confidence. This boost of confidence is going to be absolutely everything, because this boost of confidence is also going to be mentally so brilliant for you. You're going to have this clear mental sharpness. You're going to be that much closer towards making an absolutely remarkable decision, one of the biggest decisions you made in a really, really long time. You're not going to make it this week, but it is just going to be about the coming to terms with a certain realization. This is very important, and it's very big, and it's something that you wanted to do in such a long time, and it was affecting you in so many different ways. Emotionally, it affected your balance without you even realizing. My gorgeous Virgolinis, you're very strong, you're very powerful, but you're very emotional indeed. So sometimes, certain things can kind of take a lot from you, can drain your energy, can drain your power in so many different ways without you even realizing. You're powerful, powerful, powerful. You're in tune with the earth energies. You're in tune with the world's vibration, which just makes you very powerful in many different ways. But also, on another hand, if you're worrying about something, if you have a certain problem, even if you think, oh yeah, it's just at the back of my mind, it's still there without you realizing. It's draining your energy, and it's draining your power, and it's also blocking the certain important points. 4 important points when it comes to the future have been blocked so far with this particular situation. I repeat, this is very important to you. It's very personal, and it's very powerful because it's going to shape your whole spiritual journey. But it's very important because it's coming from somewhere very deep, from very much so from within, and it's just a really long overdue in order for you to make a necessary move in order to get where you want to get. Yes, you're going to need to come to terms with a certain problem, with certain negativity, and you're going to need to discuss. There is a certain situation that is going to arise, and it's going to require your input in a form of making some kind of decision. But this time, this is going to be different. This time, this is going to come from somewhere else. And this is because at the same time, there is going to be an important invitation and opportunity that is just going to travel towards you. And this is the news that you're going to hear. And this is going to be absolutely significant and very important, because in that moment in time, you will know, pam, 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 it's a flip-flop spiritual moment when you're going to get a beautiful spiritual slap, but at the same time, something is going to be born within you, something that is going to become the part of you, very important part of you, your optimistic feeling, new direction, an unfoldment of some kind of passion that is just going to take over, and is just going to be guiding you through like there is no tomorrow. This is an important moment in time when it comes to the actual accomplishment and security. You have done something remarkable over the last 12 months. So the next 12 months are going to be absolutely monumental for you in so many different things. And this week, my gorgeous Virgolinis, it's all about your own accomplishment, and it's also the completion of the certain journey. But at the same time, what is going to come after that, it's going to be mind-blowing. It's about you making an important decision, and that decision is just going to become a main focal point for you until the rest of this year. For the rest of this year, this is going to be experience that is going to shape you forever, but in particular for the rest of the year, this is going to be absolutely remarkable. You're going to start shining brightly indeed, because this is going to be an absolutely remarkable source of your own happiness, which is going to shine rather brightly for you then and there. There is so much that you're going to kind of start feeling attached yourself to. There's so much that is going to be suddenly that you will want to explore. There is also going to be this feeling of ambition, an energy that is going to shine through really brightly, and it's going to rejuvenate you in so many different ways. For example, you're going to have an important improvement when it comes to your personal development, an important improvement when it comes to the outcome of the past efforts, but most certainly the good influence by somebody very important in your life is going to come through at the same time, and it's going to surprise you what they're going to tell you. But it's going to be brilliant. It's going to be remarkable, because it's going to help you to realize the certain deception, maybe a little bit, and that is going to be the clear path toward the financial opportunity. But on another hand, resolution of the problem, conclusion, which is on another hand going to bring you solace, healing, and satisfactory result. Beautiful compromise, but which is on another hand going to inspire you so much. Great week when it comes to the actual healing. Great week when it comes to long ailments that you didn't see any improvements. And in particular, my gorgeous Virgolinis, lots of you, sorry, have been suffering from like some kind of like a bit of like coldish, fluish, like a kind of feeling, you know, this kind of like this type of things. So now you can expect a wonderful healing, you know, energy, which is just going to help you feel so much better, but it's going to boost your energy, boost your confidence, boost your power, boost your creativity. More creative you are this week, the more you're gonna find out. The more you do, the more you're gonna find out. And also there are going to be tricky moments where you're gonna think like, oh, I'm too tired, I can't do this, I'm too tired, I can't do that. No, baby, no. Every time you have this feeling like, oh no, I don't feel too good or something like that, no, you just go for it. Do not wait to feel perfect ever. I'm not saying that you're waiting to be perfect, to feel perfect in order to throw yourself into something, in order to do things that you want to do. But just remember, in particular this week, you're going to need to remember to don't wait to feel perfect in order to do something, because that doesn't matter. You're going to do absolutely great. It's all about the spiritual knock that you do, that at the same time boosts your confidence, power. It makes you realize things, you know, but it also becomes your butterfly moment, your highly powerful moment when it comes to your own personal transformation. My gorgeous Virgolini, you are going to have a new plan. It's to do with a new wish, my babies. New plan, new wish. And it's so much to do with the actual hope, you know, but it's also to do with the confidence at the same time. It's important to say that there's going to be the certain uncertainty about, but you're going to feel very strong. You're also going to have a highly intuitive week when it comes to your psychic feelings and being in touch with the earth energies, but in particular with the new beginning. So it's great to just to change things around you throughout this week as you can. It's also important to go with an expansion of a change around you, because every single thing you change, it also kind of have a positive impact on your own energy, on your own power, on your own balance indeed, which is just going to bring your focus where you need to have focus. Also an important time when it comes to a wake-up call, an important time when it comes to your own personal wake-up call, my gorgeous Virgolinis, because it's all about having this little hermity momenty. Of course you are going to have a hermit moment, but hermit moment is absolutely incredible when it comes to you, okay? Because this is your time. Hermit is you, my gorgeous Virgolini. Hermit is you. Hermit is us. So every time when you're low, when you feel low, every time when you feel down, every time when you kind of feel like that you want to like a step away from the situation, you see with the Virgolinis, because of your energy so powerful, sometimes you think like you need like half a day by yourself, or you need a day by yourself. Every now and then you need like a certain days when you just want to take yourself out for a day or half a day and just be by yourself. This is nothing unusual. It's Scorpios, that they do exactly the same thing. They need a day or two by themselves in order to rejuvenate themselves. There is nothing bad about it, nothing negative. This is absolutely fine. It is just basically working with your own energy in the best possible way. But the hermit moment is your time. It's absolutely your time in many different ways, and most certainly this is going to create an important time when it comes to your own personal expansion. So therefore you're going to be part of all sorts of like dimensions. Hermit moment, you know, it's not only, oh, I want to be by myself. For once, this is your time, this is your energy, this is your element, and you're going to find out 10 times more than you would normally find out when you have a hermit moment, because of the expansion of energy. You're part of all sorts of different dimensions, but you're also having a very sacred time. So one day you're going to have a hermit mode where you're going to have a sacred time. Your subconscious mind is going to be so absolutely everywhere, and it's going to provide you with a consciousness and subconsciousness that you wouldn't normally have. Very powerful, very strong, and it's most certainly going to guide you to the right path by actually making you realize, by self-illuminating you so much, by realizing things around yourself about yourself that is actually even more important. It's going to pinpoint down to the one particular thing. What are you in self-denial about? It's all about this particular self-denial that is going to come to the surface and going to become an absolutely main focus, main part this year, which is just going to shape the rest of the year in the best possible way, because it's all about your practicality, practical knowledge, and also it's about the actual an important negotiation that you're also going to have that is going to be followed by that. But this is all going to be like about a certain understanding that you will have after this moment in time. Absolutely wonderful completion time. And also you're going to be doubting yes or no. Something is going to happen by the end of the week. You're going to be doubting, yes, should I do it or no? It's all about throwing yourself into the waters that you never swam in before. So the answer is most certainly yes, my babies, because something really beautiful is going to happen, and you're going to provide yourself with an important moment in time when it comes to some kind of negotiation, when it comes to an important conversation, when it comes to an important start, an important beginning, but most certainly when it comes to the future planning. Absolutely remarkable stage you will do here, and you're going to feel so proud of yourself and so proud of your decision. A family member, somebody who means to you so much, is also going to be really spectacular, brilliant unfoldment of events happening to them, and this is going to be important to you because it's going to boost their confidence, and therefore it's going to boost your confidence because you love them, you love this person. It could be family member, it could be really good friend as well that was suffering for a long time. Some kind of suffering is coming to an end, and that is most certainly going to reflect on you so much because you were worrying about it. It was affecting you, my gorgeous blessed Virgos. It was affecting you at some moment in time when you least expected. You're going to have a quite woomish moment indeed, because some kind of spiritual leader, spiritual teacher, it's going to kind of like come through to you, not directly, but it is just going to be the part of your mind that is just going to happen at that moment in time, and there is going to be a realization in your mind. It's going to be the word, what they said to you, something that you will hear and something that you will find beneficial and healing, but it's most certainly going to be the way out of the situation when it comes to you being uncertain. So that is going to help you with an obstacle, but it's also going to become the greatest moment in time when it comes to your own spiritual awakening. You see this Judgment, absolutely fantastic. You see, this is an important moment in time. You're going to make an important judgment here, okay? Please let me tell you, you're also going to be tested, babies. You're going to be tested in two ways. In your mind, someone is going to return in your mind and you're going to be angry with that person, somebody who left a little bit of bitter taste in your mouth at some point. Please, you're having a sacred opportunity from your guardian angels, from your spirit guides, just to learn to let it go, babies. Learn to let it go. It's so important because you're going to release yourself from this situation. So you're holding maybe grudges against someone. It's very important to do this week, because once again you're going to be provided with the opportunity to spiritually grow and to forgive and forget if you possibly can, and that way you release yourself. Another thing I was going to say, that you will be tested, but it's a complex week. You will be tested, like also somebody's going to try to maybe have like a little bit of conflict or something. Your job is rise above the situation, my gorgeous Virgolini. Rise above the situation. Smiley on your facey, and deal with it in the best possible way. Your job is to calm the situation down and make, just be completely impartial. Okay, so you just rise above the situation. You don't go low. You don't go down. This is what this judgment actually is, in particular when it comes to your situation. This week it's all about the improvement, development, promotion, and the outcome of the past efforts, which is not only going to provide you with new perspective, but it's going to become a remarkable moment in time when it comes to your own personal rebirth. Okay, Virgolini. Now, what I was going to say, my gorgeous Virgolinis, is basically a transformational time when it comes to your health. Now, this is important to say that something is coming to an end, like an annoying time, like maybe like a little bit of like a cold and flu and things like that, or something is slowly coming to an end when it comes to long ailments. It doesn't have to be cold and flu necessarily, but it's the long ailments. It's slowly coming to an end, and it's bringing wonderful healing into your sign. And this is going to be beautiful because it's going to reflect on your energy levels. On another hand, I highly suggest you still to take about 3 tablets of the natural spirulina, organic spirulina from Hawaii. Organic spirulina from Hawaii is the only spirulina that I trust at the moment, because I have done intensive research, and there are lots of spirulinas that I don't really like, but the organic spirulina from Hawaii I like in particular. So this is something that you can get in a powder form or in a tablet form. This is natural, without any horrible ingredients, unnecessary anti-caking agents and things like that. So you take 3 tablets of spirulina the first thing in the morning. It's going to boost your energy. It's going to boost your immune system. It's going to make you feel so good, so much better. Like when it comes to that, that helps with so much later on, with the sharpness in the day. So 3 tablets in the morning, or equivalent to that would be like about 1 little teaspoon, I would say, of the spirulina powder in a little glass of water. But then organic spirulina in a powder form, it's quite more difficult to take because it's very strong to me personally. But then again, you can have it with the smoothies, for example, if you prefer to take it that way. But in the morning, I would highly suggest you take 3 tablets of spirulina, and also 1 teaspoon in a little bit of water of organic acerola cherry powder. I'm on about it all the time. Organic acerola cherry powder is a must. Vitamin C is ridiculously beneficial. They don't say how beneficial it is, but it is. And also, most importantly, organic acerola cherry powder, it's natural form of vitamin C, okay, without any nasty chemicals or anything like that, or without going to the shop and getting the tablets, because it's not the same. They do it differently. They make it with the chemicals and they say it's natural. So anyway, so it's organic acerola cherry powder. You take 1 glass of water, mix it up and drink it in the morning. And also I would do it throughout this week at night before you go to sleep. This is going to replenish your vitamin C levels, and it's going to be very important alongside vitamin D, natural vitamin D tablet to actually take for your bones. Very, very important indeed. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you in relationship, my gorgeous Virgolinis, you see, it's important to say this because you're reaching an important stage when it comes to your strength, when it comes to you having a control over situation. Both of you are going to have a control over situation, and both of you are going to have an energy and determination to do something very important. You will both want to do changes. You will both feel like you want to make some kind of changes, but these changes are long ongoing things that you've been waiting for the right moment, for the right time when it comes to security and power. Now this is changing, and you're going to be provided with an option that you weren't provided before. This is important for both of you. Okay, so now for those of you who are actually single and ready to mingy, now this week is going to boost your confidence. There are few people that are going to cross your path, and you're going to like them all. Naughty Virgolini, I can see you like really having a great time, and I can see you like being like, like I suddenly fancy them, I fancy, like you are just going to have a great time. This is not about meeting the love of your life this week, but it's about you being as creative as possible, which means try to do things differently. This is so important. It's a very significant sign that you are having, my gorgeous Virgolinis, is try to do things differently and try to be very creative. Try to break the barriers. Try to test yourself. This is the week to test the water by talking to people, by acting with the people the way you want to act without getting frozen. I'm not saying that you are getting frozen with the people who you fancy, but I'm just saying that it's very important just to be as open as you can throughout this week. There is something quite significant that you're going to learn about yourself as well, but there are quite a few people that are going to be very interesting when it comes to your own when it comes to your own particular journey, my gorgeous Virgolinis, indeed. So try to go out and try to enjoy yourself as much as you can, because you're going to have a great time. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Libera. Libera, 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 li blib, libera, li blib, libera, li libera, li libera, li libera. Sorry, my throat. Sorry. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough about a living, make a better place for you and for me. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough about a living, make a better place for you and for me. You and for me. You and for me. You and for me. Make a better place. My gorgeous Libera, my gorgeous Libera, my gorgeous Libera, you're gonna be naughty again. No, you're gonna actually find this week being very liberating in many different ways. You know, this is so great and it's so good. You are going to find yourself being like a very much so open-minded. You're gonna find yourself being very brave. You're gonna find yourself being very courageous. This is nothing unusual because it's all part of this wonderful, wonderful energy that we are actually going to have. But most certainly it is going to come from the beginning. It is going to start literally from the beginning of the week, because it's going to unfold from you having an important news. This news that you're going to have, it's going to come with an element of surprise, my gorgeous Libra, but most certainly this is going to be connected to the certain gain, surprise, security and power. Okay, but also on another hand, this is to do with an advancement that you are going to have. And this is so significant for you because it's so much so to do with the result from the past efforts, but sorry. It's the result from the past efforts. I was just drinking lots of water. It's the result from the past efforts. So now an important result from the past effort is going to come through. It's going to come forward and it's going to be directly responsible for some kind of wish that you are going to become, you will want to have, you will want to do. It's so much to do with what you're doing now, but you're going to need to brush up on things a little bit, because this is going to be such an important moment in time when it comes to your magnetic energy, your power and your significance. With the boost of this vibrant energy, at the same time you're going to boost your own vibrance. So this is going to be very much so enhanced for you, my gorgeous Libra, for the next 11 days. The next 11 days is going to be superb for you when it comes to the boost of your own personal power. So it's going to be the great, beautiful, perfect time to test the waters, to actually deal with the problems that are bringing you down, to deal with issues that are bringing you down, to deal with the problems that have been ongoing but that are also kind of making you being part of like avoiding responsibility, because the one particular responsibility is going to be so significant for you to do it, fix it, make it happen, you know, change it. It's going to be so important because it's at the same time going to create a sacred starting point, and it's going to boost your confidence, power to an absolutely enormous levels. This is going to be an important moment in time because it's also going to basically just prepare you for something very significant which is about to take place, my gorgeous Libra. And it's so much to do with what you're doing right now and taking all this on the next level. But there is some kind of very important understanding that you're going to have about yourself. This understanding, it's so important, my gorgeous Libra, because it's going to help you to realize how significant and how special and how absolutely mind-blowing you are. We are all good for different things. Every single one of us is good for something. Every single one of us has been placed on this earth with the different possibilities, with the different abilities. Yes, we are all psychic. We are all able to understand things. We all know that there are things beyond this. Indeed, we all have a third psychic eye, of course. But when it comes to you, my gorgeous Libra, the balance is going to be absolutely perfect and very unique in many different ways. So you're going to be able to shine brightly. There's going to be an amazing realization that you are going to have about your own stage, about the things that you are doing, and the exact new direction is going to be revealed to you, and it's going to come like an arrow, so quick, so sharp, so powerful, so significant, but it's immediately going to provide you with the power, creativity, and it's going to land you the whole new promise that it's also at the same time going to kind of like really help you to reflect on your situation in a completely different way. I'm talking about a success, baby. I'm talking about doing things that you want to do. I'm talking about things like practicality, like an important balance is coming back, my babies, and once it hits you, it's going to create the world of opportunities that you wouldn't have, because it's going to lead towards your own satisfaction, my lord, towards your own accomplishment, and also some absolutely mind-blowing popular relationships are going to take place. Mind-blowing popular relationship, favorable relationships are going to take place this week. This is so important because it's just going to kind of make you realize something, but also it's going to be an important time when it comes to the actual future planning, because these people that are going to cross your path are going to be relevant for you in the future, but it's also going to be the confirmation that you're going to have from someone who is very close to you in your life, somebody who you really love, somebody who thinks the world of you, and the vice versa. Somebody is going to confirm something to you at the same time, and it's going to be so important because it's just going to be it's going to help you like to kind of realize the beginning of an adventure where you wouldn't realize, but most certainly it is just the time of the transformation, and the way you're going to have a control over a situation is going to be different, because you're going to be able to look at your situation from a slightly different angle, because spiritually you will grow, your spirit will evolve to a very high level after this moment in time, my gorgeous Libra, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. By the time you get to the last part of this week, by the time you get to the last day of this week, it is just going to be the whole new option that you will be looking for, the whole new option that you're going to be thinking about, the whole new option that you're going to be completely connected to, and it's also going to be leading down, to an absolutely remarkable moment in time when you're going to realize something about your own luxury culmination, but also at the same time an invitation and opportunity are going to take place at the end of this week, which are most certainly going to be connected to the certain request. This request that you are going to have, it's going to be connected to, again, what you do, an expansion. It's going to create most certainly immediately an obstacle, because it's going to be connected to the unknown stage, uncertain stage. My babies, you just go for it. Just remember, it's all about jumping in the water and then learning how to swim. Don't wait to learn how to swim and then jump into water, my gorgeous Libra. It's all about jumping in the water and learning how to swim right now. It's so important because this is all about the advancement, but it's also going to create a certain challenge. Do not let any challenging situation bring you down. Do not let any challenging situation to make you think negative. Keep your eyes open and you will see. You will be able to achieve so much this week. It's absolutely remarkable. On another hand, what else I was going to say is just that this is also going to and make you realize, the certain ability that you have, the certain realization about certain ability that you have, and this is going to make you feel so good about yourself, and it's going to be absolutely brilliant at the same time. What else I was going to say is just that basically there is a certain message, there is a certain message that you're going to receive, and that message that you're going to receive, it's also at the same time going to be connected to some kind of a miserable time that you had that was making you really unhappy, something that was going on within the last 24 months, something that affected you like greatly, and something that you just don't like to talk about it like to everybody, something that's completely personal. So this is an important moment in time when it comes to the progress of that, because that in itself, it's also going to kind of like provide you with a new plan, and which is going to kind of require some kind of readjustment from yourself, but you're going to need to come to the certain terms and understanding yourself, basically. Just remember, my gorgeous Libra, through your own, also this is an important time, and not only for you, for many other signs, to be as creative as possible, to be as out there as possible. And even, this particular energy that is going to be very significant this week, it's going to make you feel like maybe sometimes I don't feel right, or I don't want, no, it's not the right day. No, baby, no. This week, everything is going to be the right time. Anything you need to do, anything you need to start, any important discussion, just go for it. There's going to be an important moment of justice, my gorgeous Libra, something that you waited for, something that you were hoping for, and this in itself is going to be fantastic because it's going to put a big smile on your face, but also at the same time, a mind-blowing advice you're going to get, a mind-blowing advice. The energy is just going to be absolutely perfect. The balance is going to be superb, and this moment is going to lead into something completely different, something very amazing, huge, and very powerful later on. Okay, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Libra, it's like basically it is just there is going to be a very, very important dream that you are going to have. Very significant dream. You may not remember that dream, but it's most importantly, it doesn't matter whether you remember or not that dream. I will tell you what you need to remember, because as I said, this dream is going to be the part of your consciousness, subconsciousness, the part of the back of your mind. It's going to be the part of you. It doesn't really matter. It's still there. But what you need to kind of dig out, and what you need to pay attention to, my gorgeous Libra, because this is all about these universal energies, like coming to terms with other energies, which are on another hand going to provide you with a very advanced level, which means that throughout this week, make sure that you kind of pay attention to what's the very first thing on your mind in the morning. I say to you, it's going to be all sorts of things that you're going to be provided by this week, but this is to do with your expansion, this is to do with an obstacle, and this is also going to provide you with a little shortcut. Something is going to come to you. It's going to travel to you, the certain information, message that you will get the first thing in the morning as soon as you open your eyes, and suddenly you're going to feel like, yes, I want to do this, yes, I want to do that. But it's to do with the process and the progress that you maybe started and you stopped, or maybe you didn't feel like doing it, or maybe you just didn't have enough power, enough confidence, or enough of warmish feeling in order to go for it. It's going to be absolutely remarkable what is actually going to happen through this, because on one hand, this is going to be the part of your transformation, but then on another hand, this is also going to help you with an overburdened feeling and a feeling of unhappiness, and it's just going to become an important time of your own personal advancement, perfection, recognition, and honor. And my Lord, most certainly, Libra, this is even more important. By the end of this week, you will know, my babies, you will know that you are going to have an ultimate, huge, remarkable change. Absolutely fantastic. You just have to trust yourself, okay? Believe in yourself, and do not let anyone kind of like stop your dreams or brings you down, because you will be tested throughout this week, but it's going to be absolutely remarkable indeed. And at the right moment, at the right time, throughout this week, this is even more interesting, my gorgeous Libra, listen to me. It's just basically you are going to be part of, like, your subconscious mind is going to be very strong and very powerful at some point this week, and at that time you are going to be thinking about some kind of creativity, some kind of new beginning, some kind of new start, some kind of new possibilities, and you are going to be wondering, because there is going to be a certain problem that is going to be kind of shining its light above it a bit too brightly. So at the same time, this is important, because through the certain channels, through the spiritual channels, you are going to be thinking about something, and when you least expect it, this is when your mind is very expanded. This is when your mind is very powerful. This is when your mind is very strong. This is when your mind is so able to understand so much more than it normally understands. At the same time, you create very strong and powerful pathways in between yourself and in between all sorts of universal energies. One of the pathways is going to put you in in touch with your spiritual leader, spiritual guide, spiritual guru. There's going to be a very important moment that you're going to have. You're going to hear this person's voice in your head when it comes to some kind of problem, some kind of issue, some kind of obstacle, and this is going to show you the way out. For once, it's going to be confirmation. For two, it's going to improve to you how important and powerful you are. And three, you will know exactly what the way out from some kind of negative situation is going to be where you thought that there was no way out. For example, very, very, very important. Queen of Swords, look at this. This is the time of a absolutely important achievement, and watch for the advice of someone very, very clever in your life, somebody very important in your life, somebody who's part of your life, like family member, somebody who you really look up to, somebody who looks up to you, and that person is going to become a relevant, absolutely mind-blowing and relevant part of your spiritual journey, because that person is going to tell you something and it's going to hit you where it hurts, but not in a bad way. It's going to hit you where you're going to kind of need to come to terms with something, but at the same time you're going to be like, oh my god, of course I should do this. So this is going to be incredible when you're going to be told, and it's going to be remarkable because it's coming from someone who is amazing, brilliant, but it's just going to be really brutally honest with you in a certain way. But what they're going to say is going to be fantastic, because it's also going to get you thinking, it's going to get you knowing, but it's also going to give you the power that you wouldn't normally have, and that in itself is going to become a part of the transformation, because this Vavumish energy is also going to enhance your balance without you even realizing. It's already going to start the time of manifestation and unfoldment that is going to take place, because your understanding is going to be absolutely superb this week indeed. For those of you that are actually wondering about health, my gorgeous Libra, now you're also going to have a sensitive stomach, sensitive tummy a little bit. So it's very important you take like maybe like organic yogurt with like a friendly bacteria, for example. Friendly bacteria, it's very important to take like every single morning. And also organic aloe vera juice. Organic aloe vera juice I would also take every morning. And also what I say, it's like a basically try to take organic acerola cherry powder. I know cold and flu symptoms, it is just going to be quite significant this week, and it's going to help with your chest, with your headache and things like that. Organic acerola cherry powder, it's something what I highly suggest you to take throughout the month, not only this week, but the first thing in the morning, 1 teaspoon, a little bit of water, drink it. Organic acerola cherry powder is highly rich in natural vitamin C, rather than take one with the synthetic vitamin C, and it's brilliant because it's going to boost your immune system by increasing your vitamin C levels. And vitamin D to protect your bones, highly, highly, highly important indeed. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, or you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you in relationship, you can expect something absolutely crazy to take place, but in particular when it comes to the beginning of an adventure, maybe you didn't get on, maybe you didn't like yourself, maybe you didn't like each other, maybe you were fighting, maybe you were arguing, whatever it was going on, whatever took place, whatever was making you maybe like kind of like not excited, this is going to be a wonderful turnaround. This week you can expect the beginning of something very important when it comes to enthusiasm, because you're both going to have such an important initiative that is going to take over. This initiative is going to be life-changing for both of you indeed. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, most certainly I would not kind of like really think that this week is going to be a week where you're going to meet the love of your life, because you're not. But it's just more going to be about you're going to come to terms with someone. You're going to come around with someone. Maybe you will fancy that person first, and then you're going to realize that you don't fancy them, but then also you're going to realize that they need a little bit of your help. So therefore, somebody's going to be quite sad and unhappy, and somebody who you maybe liked or somebody who you fancied, you're just going to realize that they're still having like some kind of heavy karma still with somebody else. So just like move away from that person and situation like as quick as you could, but you are going to get a nice deal of healing through this situation, because you are somehow going to help them out, and you're somehow going to help yourself out, because you're going to get out of that situation, but you are just going to learn something through this particular experience. So somebody is just having a maybe not finished relationship with somebody else around them, and that person is gonna become, be around you. So I'm just like, oh God, just not the right person for sure. But of course, there's an important realization that you are going to have, and believe me or not, karmically, this is going to be quite beneficial for you when it comes to your own healing. But most certainly, yes, go out and enjoy yourself. It's all about meeting people, because there are going to be some important people that you're actually going to meet this week. Okay, so now before I do Scorpioni, I will be 1 secondini. Okay, just 1 second. Oh dear, dear, dear. Tonight the music sings. Maybe it's better this way. We heard each other with the things we want to say. We could have been so good together. The next sign, it's going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Scorpione. Now, Scorpione, this week, it's going to kind of be quite interesting when it comes to you, but in particular when it comes to the actual beginning of this week. Do you know why? Because it's going to be very strong connection with your childhood and very strong connection with your past. past, and this is in itself going to create very important psychic channels. Something from the past is going to also refresh the certain memory. This is very important stage that you will be going through, because there is a little part of you, my gorgeous Scorpione, that it's missing, that has been missing, and you're about to discover through the actual moment in time when you were really excited and very happy, and then there were other things going on at the same time, and the life happened, and you had to deal with a certain issues and certain new beginnings that took your mind away from the certain experiences. For most certainly, this important channel is going to reveal to you this psychic channel, this psychic strong connection. It's going to reveal to you an insight from the past, which is about to bring you an important realization. This is going to help you so much to understand a certain stage. This is going to help you so much to understand yourself, and it's most importantly going to help you to understand what you want to do next. This is going to be so significant because it's at the same time going to mark an important, absolutely mind-blowing starting point for you, my gorgeous Scorpione, because it's going to make you feel rather adventurous, and that adventurous energy is going to be absolutely everything. I told you millions of times how important you are when it comes to the power of your mind. You can be absolutely ridiculously powerful indeed once you have the balance right, once you feel great, once you feel brilliant. This is also an absolutely remarkable energy that you're projecting out at the same time. Also, when you feel negative, when you feel low, it's at the same time, this energy is very strong and people can pick up on it very strongly. So, it's a bit of a yin-yang situation. But now, at this moment in time, this is going to have a rather important flip-flop moment, and there is going to be quite significant realization that you're going to have, and that is going to bring you promise, and that is going to re-energize you, and that is also going to become an important beginning for you as well, because it's just going to kind of like be connected almost immediately to the certain gain, to the certain realization, but also the beginning of a very meaningful experience is going to take place, which means that something quite unusual is going to happen. Somebody is going to cross your path. An unusual person is going to cross your path. That person may look unusual, that person may feel unusual, that person may have like an unusual energy, but most certainly it's going to be very vibrant in many different ways. But in particular for you, it is going to help you to realize something. You're going to have a very important realization, which is going to be quite unusual, but it's going to be very important because it's going to help you to understand certain crises. It's going to help you to understand certain conflict in the past and a certain domination. But most certainly, this is going to help you because it's going to help you to realize what are you kind of like not honest with yourself, that a certain stage is slowly coming to an end. But most importantly, this is going to be so significant because instinctively this is going to be powerful time. So it's at the same time, by the time we get to the mid part of this week, you're going to have like a really greatest wake up call, and that wake up call is going to require from you immediately to work on the certain obstacle, on the certain problem, and it is connected to some kind of deception and obscurity and the trickery, something that you felt a little bit uncomfortable about. So now most certainly there is going to be an important resolution of the problem. It's about conclusion, my baby, conclusion that is going to be absolutely everything. It's going to bring you healing energy, but most certainly it's going to liberate you, and that liberation is going to bring opportunity towards the end of the week. So it's all about one step at a time, my gorgeous Scorpiones. Indeed, things are happening, and they are going to happen in such a beautiful way of the like new bright prospects which you are going to have about yourself, your life realization, which is going to be with unlimited possibilities, but it's going to require from you to make a certain change, certain adjustment, certain direction is slowly going to start changing, but it's on you to realize which direction this is. This is going to be very important to you, but very personal indeed, because you will want to basically you will have a new plan straight away, and that plan is going to be everything, because it's going to boost your confidence, it's going to make you really active. And on another hand, a certain justice is also going to come through, my gorgeous Scorpione. Certain justice you're going to have, you're going to hear about, and that is going to put a big smile on your face, and at the same time you're going to get a life-changing advice. It's not even going to be directly, my gorgeous Scorpiones, but you're going to receive, and you will know exactly, it's going to be confirmed to you, the life-changing advice that you're actually going to have. This is going to bring a change, and it's also going to work on the part of your life that is making you bored, that is making you lonely, that is making you unhappy. It's so important because it's all about the abandonment, and also about the sacrifice, readjustment, regeneration, which is just about to lead towards your own personal rebirth. It is just little redirection, but it's just going to be so important, because the certain part of you, it's going to come out, it's going to step forward, and it's going to require from you to kind of pay attention to it, because it's going to become the life-changing moment, the life-changing part indeed. Apprenticeship, okay, my lord Scorpione, apprenticeship. Now this is quite significant, because something you're going to do here, all right. Something you're gonna do here, okay, all right. But it's so good, because when it comes to apprenticeship, you will go on the next stage here. So whether this is with your existing work, if you are retired, it doesn't matter. It's still going to be the new direction, new option that you will start, you will begin. And it's very, very important to understand, to stay committed to the task at hand. Stay committed to the task at hand. It's so important, because a lot is going to be happening, and it's so important to stay committed to the task at hand, because this is an absolutely remarkable time for you, and something is going to take place, okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 weeks later, in exactly 10 weeks later, okay? 10 weeks later, you're actually going to have an incredible moment in time when it comes to the outcome of the past work, of the hard work, when it comes to the outcome of the personal effort and the commitment to the task at hand. Very important, which means that you're entering a sacred stage, my gorgeous Scorpiones. I'll tell you why. Because now this week, whatever new you start, you can expect a remarkable progress, as long as you are like completely aware of what you are doing, where you are going, what would you like to achieve, and what balance do you feel about it, and is this going to be the step in the right direction for you? This is going to be absolutely remarkable, because as I said, 10 weeks later something wonderful is going to take place. 10 weeks later something amazing is going to happen, and it's where you are meant to be, what you're meant to do, and it's so much to do with your destiny, fortune, and wheel of fortune moment indeed. Important, because it's also at the same time, it is going to be the time of like an absolutely swift activity and sudden progress and movement, you know, of the very slow and very annoying and very boring stage of your life. Whatever you were considering boring, now this is going to become highly vibrant stage indeed, and it's also going to require from you to make a very quick decision. This is going to surprise you, and you are going to surprise yourself, and the decision that you are going to make is going to be really quick, but most certainly it's going to be the right decision indeed, okay? Most certainly this is going to be the right decision indeed, and they're going to be also, this is going to be followed by the message, an important message that is just going to come at the right moment, at the right time, and it's also going to confirm something absolutely mind-blowing to you. At the same time, big change when it comes to your home, when it comes to your immediate environment, it's also going to take place, and it's all going to be part of this dimension, and it's all going to be part of this energy, and you are going to find yourself doing quite a lot throughout this week indeed when it comes to your home. But also, most importantly, you're going to feel great, you're going to feel very, very powerful, because there is a certain bravery that is going to come through you, feeling absolutely enhanced, you know, with yourself. You're feeling very proud of yourself, but also this is going to come from other people, like putting this energy towards you. And this, my gorgeous Scorpionis, is going to be absolutely everything. Not only this is the time of your transformation, where you need to get out as much as you can, where you need to do as much as you can and change things, do things differently. Even if you change your chains, even if you change your bracelets, even if you change your watch, any change you do, you change your candle, you change your flowers, you change your plants, anything that you do, it's at the same time going to be very beneficial for you, and it's at some point going to boost your power, boost your stamina, and it's going to help you to have a control over a situation even more, because you're going with this powerful flow, with this powerful flow. Okay, very important negotiation. It's also going to take place here, my gorgeous Scorpionis, and I'm so happy for you, because it's most certainly going to make you feel very satisfied, and it's also going to be very, very beneficial for you when it comes to the actual success, gain, and overcoming obstacle. But on another hand, you are going to escape an unknown little danger, but you are going to be aware of it later on. So it doesn't matter, there's no danger or anything like that, but you're going to be aware of it at the right moment, at the right time, and you will know. And that is also going to be like confirmation that you did the right thing indeed, through an ancient healing wisdom. It's at the same time going to become a very important stage for you of your own power, creativity, which is going to lead towards the absolutely remarkable focus that you wouldn't normally have. What else I was going to say, my gorgeous Scorpionis, yes, you're also going to be tested a little bit of a little conflict, and just remember, somebody's going to be like a little bit stroppy around you. You may not feel that great at that moment in time, but please just remember, you also have to understand that this is all part of the progress, part of the process. It's a very important time when it comes to karma, so it's very important not to get things wrong. I'm not saying that you're gonna get things wrong, but it's very important not to hold any grudges whatsoever. In particular, if someone is stroppy around you, if someone is like trying to have a little conflict, just remember, smile and rise above the situation, and that way you're just gonna provide your spiritual journey with an involvement that you wouldn't normally have. And this is going to be very, very important for you, my gorgeous Scorpionis, indeed, because it's going to help you with a certain unhappiness, misery, and maybe like a worry and anxiety that you had over the last 9 or 10 months. Indeed, this is going to be an important stage of the growth, but also when it comes to worldly power, through your own confidence, which you are going to get through your own outcome of the past efforts, which are going to reflect on you so beautifully indeed. Okay, I'm just going to see what is your tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Scorpioni. Justina, what did I say? Look at this. Justice. This is absolutely remarkable. You are having your justice, my gorgeous Scorpioni. I already said this. This is going to be an important moment in time, because the balance is also going to be returned. This is also great, because watch for the advice. When you hear about a certain justice, okay, whether this is illegal, whether this is something that you are just waiting for, maybe you were part of the certain process, you were like, oh God, you were worrying, whatever, your justice is going to be brilliant. Just remember, when you hear about it, there is the certain advice that you're going to get, and it's going to be life-changing. And it's going to have nothing to do with this justice. So watch this space. Also, it's a remarkable time to start any type of process of justice. If you felt like maybe justice wasn't on your side and things like that, go for it, babies, because this is going to be the time of not only creativity, but a beginning as well, an important beginning that you're going to have through a rather successful outcome. Okay, so now when it comes to your health, I say, oh gosh, because I see a bit of stressy, levely, a bit of Sasha's language, that is, yeah, a bit of stress levels are going to be like, oh God, so natural dose of B vitamins, very important to take, maybe like in a food form, or you can take a natural supplement, which is going to be rich in B vitamins, but it needs to be without anti-caking agents, chemicals, and things like that. Very important indeed. This is going to be, natural B vitamins are going to be very good when it comes to your stress, of course, but also on another hand, it's going to be very good to basically be for your digestive system, which is going to be like needing this at the same time. On another hand, what else I was going to say is just try to get like a vitamin D, very important. If you can go outside in the sun, that's great. If not, just get vitamin D, please. And also on another hand, it's the actual organic acerola cherry powder. Keep on taking it throughout this week. It's important to boost your vitamin C levels, very important, and it's natural without chemicals or any rubbish like that. So organic acerola cherry powder, you take 1 teaspoon with a little bit of water, drink it every morning, and also do it before you go to sleep at night as well. It's going to replenish your vitamin C levels and it's going to keep you healthy. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. You know what? For those of you in relationship, you are having a very important stage when it comes to your own accomplishment, okay? When it comes to your own safety. Maybe you were worried, maybe you were uncertain, maybe you just didn't know, what way you will go. Maybe financially it wasn't okay. However, an important accomplishment is coming through when it comes to your own security and power, and this is going to be so brilliant because what is going to happen, there is some kind of like a wish that you both wanted to do, that you both wanted to make and start. It's actually going to become reality, almost like a dream. It's going to become reality. It's brilliant, okay? But it's just very important not to rush into anything. Okay, for those of you Scorpioni who are wondering about, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, you know what? There is some kind of fantasy, some kind of fantasy is going to come through, some kind of person that you're going to meet or you know already, but it's just going to be like so much beautiful on the outside and it's just not much on the inside. Sometimes these things do happen. Let's say, when you meet two people, let's say, and they're both standing next to another, they're both standing, let's say, one next to another, and you meet them for the first time and you think the one on the left is absolutely gorgeous, and then you see the one on the right and it's like, oh no, I'm not so sure, and then you go to talk to the one on the left who's absolutely gorgeous, and you talk to them for 2 minutes, it's like, oh my god, terrible. No, I don't want to sound horrible, but sometimes people, I don't know, it's not like who you think that it was, maybe it's just a very, very not mature spirit, it really, really depends, but then you meet that person on the left, and as soon as you get to know their personality, you're like, oh god, no. Immediately everything what was beautiful is just not beautiful anymore, but this is how it is. And then you talk to the other one on the right hand side who you thought like it's not good looking, at all, and then you talk to them for 5 minutes and it's like, oh la la, hello my darling, you talk to them, for like about 5 minutes, and as more as you talk to them, the more you want them, the more you like them, the more you sense them, the more sexy you find them, and this is what I'm talking about. This is there is somebody, the one on the right hand side you're gonna meet, yeah. The one who's like maybe beautiful on the outside, but there is just not maybe going to be the greatest match for you from the inside. But it's also very good because it's just so important for you, because there is some kind of realization that you're gonna have here, but it's gonna be so good for your own personal progress. Otherwise, run. Okay. So the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, you see, I'm just looking through my ring here. The next sign that I'm going to be talking about is Sagittarini. Sagitterini. 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 I will come back in 1 secondini. In 1 second, my gorgeous Sagitterini. see Coco. Let's just show Coco. Say hello to Sagittarinis. Say hello, Coco. Say hello, Coco. See, Coco, say hello, Coco. Okay. Don't want to have you next to the candles. Okay, so now I've got all the hair in the world. Did you see my little Cocolino? My little Tambourine. That's how I call him, Tambourine. So from Coco, he went to Tambourine. Yeah, Coco Tambourine. It's like a Thumbelina, but it's like in a male Tambourine. Yeah, Thumbelina, but it's in a male Tambourine. So that's Coco Tambourine. Okay, anyway, okay, my gorgeous Sagittarini, so it's your turn. Well, I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall and the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Well, your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew ya. She tied you to her kitchen chair, she broke your throne and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. The music raises your vibration. My gorgeous Sagittarini, now, do you know what? You've got a bit of a complex situation here. You've got like a naughty baby here. Now, a bit of a snake in the grass. I'm afraid it's going to show its facey. And it's going to happen at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Sagittarinis, and it's very important for you to understand just at the beginning of the week, you know, there is going to be a bit of like a little deception with someone. So I need you to be careful. This is not the great. I would not invest into anything this week. I would not negotiate. Like, this is the only, no, it's going to sound so dark, so bad, so low. No, but this is just the advice. Don't negotiate this week something huge. Don't start something massive this week. If you can kind of to avoid it this week, it would be fantastic. And this is the way you protect yourself from this a bit of a snaky in the grassy. On another hand, you know, basically, if you do kind of need to start process, and if you can't start at any other week, then of course just go for it, but just make sure that you're having, like, I know it sounds weird, having a little bag of sea salt in one pocket and bag of sea salt on another pocket. Sea salt is absolutely remarkable, and it's very good to protect your energy, protect your power, to protect your dimension against all sorts of negative feelings and negative energy, and it's very good for your own vibrancy, where you are on another hand able to, you know, kind of go through your own personal transformation and change without having any like a problems or negativities whatsoever. And on another hand, also like a black crystals, like a black tourmaline, like a black onyx, like a hematite, are also rather important and quite powerful for you, my gorgeous Sagittarinis, to actually wear throughout this week to protect yourself from the naughty witches. No, but it's just also, on another hand, what else I was going to say is just basically, what else I was going to say on another hand, yeah, it's just basically, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Sagittarini, is just basically, also keep certain things to yourself. If you come to terms with a certain situations or certain people that you don't trust, please don't talk about your personal things, or don't talk about things that concern you, about the finances or anything important like that. I'm not saying that you are doing this normally, but normally when the snake is in the grass is not showing her facey already, it means that it is going to show its face, but that you will be kind of a little bit surprised at the same time. So this is why I just want you to protect yourself like this. Otherwise, no, please, this is just a little bit of protection. And also, you see this? Dry sage, dry sage, dry sage, dry sage. You basically just do this, okay? You do this week if you could. It would be fantastic. Burn the dry sage, baby. Just put a little plate underneath and walk into every single room in the house with the closed windows, and that way you're going to protect yourself so much, because you are going to basically make sure you've got a little sauce underneath, because it's very messy. Go into every single room in the house while you have the windows closed. Say a little prayer, call your little angels, your spirit guides, say a little affirmation if you feel like it. If you don't, then that's not your path, that's not your journey, then just go for it and do it how you feel. Go through the channels that are making you feel the most comfortable to your own situation. So basically put a little sauce underneath, burn it, and walk into every single room in the house, and just make sure you smudge it nicely. This is going to leave really thick smoke. This smoke is very important because it's going to help you to clear your energy, to clear your environment, but also, my babies, it's going to also help you to clean your own energy. I said this before, while you're cleaning your home, you're also cleaning, smells so nice. While you're cleaning your home, you're also cleansing yourself at the same time. So you may feel a little bit sick, or not sick, but you may feel a little bit drained over the next 2 days. You know what? If you do, it's fantastic. After you do smudging, if you feel a bit drained yourself, it's brilliant, because it means your body, your spirit is letting you know that within your body was accumulated a certain amount of negative energy, which could have affected you. It was affecting you, so that's why it came out. So it drains you when it comes out, you see. So 2 days later, you're going to be like, ooh la la, on top of your game, Sagittarini. 2 days later, you're going to be super, super, super radiant indeed, and it's going to help you so much with your own instinct, with an ancient healing wisdom, with your own strength, power, and creativity at the same time. Very, very beneficial in many different ways. On another hand, this is going to be quite a good week, actually, because first of all, you are going to hear a success, about a certain stage. It's not going to be massive, it's not going to be huge, but it's going to be like the most beautiful flower in the biggest desert. It's so beautiful because it means that there is going to be all sorts of situations that are just going to start resolving themselves after that moment and after that point. It's like a domino. So it's not like the greatest success, oh my God, I'm going to become the richest in the world. No, baby, no. But it's the little baby success that you're going to have, which is on another hand going to lead towards the highly victorious moment that you wouldn't normally have. This is all about you having your control over situation, like really beautiful control over situation. On one hand, it is going to be very beneficial moment in time for you. It is going to require from you to make a certain changes, certain adjustment, but that is going to be so important, because at the same time this is connected to the next stage, to the new apprenticeship, to the new stage where you need to remember also to stay committed to the task at hand, but on another hand the resolution of the problem, something that was going on like very much so, and it was driving you nuts, in the last 3 months in particular. What was bringing you down in the last 3 months? What was part of your mind that was actually kind of preventing you to be as free as you would have been? You see, the certain issue was very heavy, I have to say, and it affected your accomplishment, and it affected your future planning as well, in particular when it comes to some kind of plan that you had was affected with this. So now there is going to be, ooh la la, a wonderful resolution to the problem. By resolution to the problem, it's going to come through a couple of different people. One person is somebody who knows you really well. It's going to tell you something, and it's going to be like, ooh la la, thank you, my darling. And then another person who is like a spiritual guide, who is your guru. It's at the same time within the 3 days of that, within 3 days, one person of another. It's going to confirm something to you, some kind of confirmation you're going to have, some kind of spiritual leader is going to confirm this to you, either directly, or either you're going to watch something, or either it's going to become part of your mind at the right moment, at the right time. It's going to be such a mind-blowing confirmation, and it's so important because it's resolution of a problem. It's a conclusion. It's going to bring you solace, healing, and absolutely ooh la la satisfactory result, my gorgeous Sagittarians. This is so important because it's about the compromise, and it's about the inspiration, and it's about the realization that this is a problem, this is something really annoying, but on another hand, you're just also going to realize, why didn't I do this before? Why didn't I jump in the water before? Why did I look how to learn to swim instead of just jumping into the water? It's all about jumping into the water and then learning how to swim. But in this case, it was meant to happen like this, because if it didn't, something ingenuine would take place, because you didn't tackle that part of yourself, that part of your spirituality, which will cause this personal growth. So that's what then you will just slow yourself down. So this way, my babies, you are going towards the right direction, and I'm so happy for you, because on one hand, certain self-denial is going to come through, but then on another hand, this is also going to become the beginning of an adventure, enthusiasm, initiative with unlimited possibilities, and something very important is going to happen, and it's going to make you realize things around you, and it's going to start making you to think in a different way about your own environment. This is so good, but it's important to say not to rush into any decisions, but most certainly this week it's going to be really highly responsible for you, starting to feel like you want to make a major change when it comes to your immediate environment. Something is missing, something you want to do, something where you want to be at. You keep on saying this, something you want to do, something you want to make, something you want to create, but it's part of your everyday life, something that is part of your mind. You're constantly thinking about it, but now most certainly this is going to be the right moment in time to do it, because before you felt powerless and you thought it wasn't the right moment in time. So now, for once, this is going to be the greatest moment in time of liberation. You're going to set yourself free. And then on another hand, this is the beautiful time where you're going to be so creative. Everything you do, it's almost going to be absolutely perfect. It's going to be brilliant, because every single thing is going to kind of bring something else, like really quickly. But as I said, just don't rush. You don't need to rush into any decisions whatsoever. You are going to be going to highly transformative time when it comes to you. So you're going to have a control over situation, strength, courage, energy, determination, and confidence. Absolutely fantastic. And that in itself, it's going to be such an important moment in time for you, and it's going to bring you bright prospect indeed, an absolutely mind-blowing bright prospect when it comes to your life. Things are going to start looking very good for you here, my gorgeous Sagittarians, indeed, and it's going to lead down to you having an important financial opportunity. Now, that financial opportunity that you are going to have is just going to be absolutely everything, because it's going to be quite complex, it's going to be important, it's going to be very deep, it's going to be very significant for you in many different ways, because you will know that this is only the beginning of an important and crucial stage in your life where lots of things are going to start changing, but you have to remember one step at a time. This week, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be discovering quite a lot about yourself, but also it's going to be lots of feelings like, why didn't I do that before? Why don't I do what I want to do? It's going to be that feeling like that. It's so beautiful. And this happens when you get activated already. You start manifesting things slowly, and that is already bringing so much promise into those elements and areas in your life where you didn't think that you would actually have. And you will also do something that you're going to feel very proud about, and people around you are going to feel very, very proud about you, my gorgeous Sagittarians, this week, and you will see exactly what I mean. This is going to be absolutely fantastic and wonderful. You're reaching a very important stage when you're going to feel like quite mature and quite cocky, but in the best possible way, with your own success. It's fine. It's good to feel like that. You see, 7 of Wands, absolutely remarkable. You see, you are most certainly going to start planning really important decisions here. You are going to be able, after this week, to look at yourself from a different angle, you can look at your life in a different way, but also that is going to provide you with an opportunity to look at your future in a different way as well. well. It's brilliant because it's all about a certain ability. It's all about who you are. It's all about what you like doing. It's all about how you express yourself. It's all about how you want to live your life. It's all about where you want to live your life. It's all about the challenging situation that you're also going to have, but most certainly, sorry, it's all about the challenging situation you're going to have, but most certainly this is going to be followed by the certain proposal and proposition at the same time as well. Absolutely remarkable time of luxury culmination. You will know that there is certainly the sacrifice you're going to need to make, and that is going to be in form of readjustment, regeneration and rebirth, but most certainly it's going to be your time. You know what? You're also going to have an important justice this week as well, an important moment of justice, which is absolutely remarkable, and it's also at the same time going to bring you balance, very much needed balance, and on another hand, an amazing wise advice that you will get at the same time. It's going to be absolutely remarkable, my gorgeous Sagittarians, okay? You know what else I was going to say to you? It's just basically, it's the very important realization about the efforts, about the efforts that you are going to have. And that is also going to be very much so an important direction, which is going to be revealed as well. But in particular, it's going to require from you to do the certain reorganization. So important. My gorgeous Sagittarians, what else I was going to say, like when it comes to the actual health, you see, you just need to basically make sure that you go into the nature, make sure that you can also, like if you can like meditate a little bit, make sure that you ground yourself spiritually. This is going to be really important, but especially in particular when it comes to you, like try to touch the ground with your hands, try to like ground yourself, having your feet on the ground, and try to just imagine the beautiful white light going around you, or around your body, around your one hand, second hand, your body, just imagine all this going down, this white light, but at the same time, while you're having your eyes closed, for example, at the same time, the energy is so powerful. What we imagine, the energy is there, you can't see the wind, but it's there. It's the same with our energy. So this is how powerful it is. So the grounding for you would be perfect and absolutely very rejuvenating and significant to do this throughout this week. It would be fantastic just to stand on the ground with the bare feet and just basically try to imagine this beautiful white light going down your body, one leg, another leg, and then one feet, second feet, but also try to continue this imagination with the beautiful white light going through every single toe down into the ground, like a tree trunks, like a tree roots, at the same time, my Lord, you're rejuvenating yourself, you're rejuvenating your power, you're rejuvenating your energy, and this is also going to help you to reach the highest level of your own enlightenment. There is an important moment you are going to have, my gorgeous Sagittarians, and this is an important moment of illumination and enlightenment that you are going to have. And when this happens, suddenly there is the new direction kind of like shown to you. There is a new direction like manifested to you in front of you, but it's just something that you wouldn't think about before, something that you wouldn't normally even be part of your mind. And this is where the fun starts, the fun of reorganization, which is going to bring you the whole new stage, the whole new option that you wouldn't normally have. And that, my babies, is going to become a major process, major progress, and the opportunity that you're going to have that is going to come out and be absolutely mind-blowing moment in time. This December 2020 is going to have absolutely remarkable connection with this moment in time, with this powerless situation that became the biggest time of liberation, which is going to lead you towards the financial opportunity, which is just going to become absolutely mind-blowing in December 2020. But when it comes to the actual health, my gorgeous Sagittarians, is this to basically to do like a little bit of meditation. Of course, important, very important, because you're going to find out all sorts of things. But on another hand, it's just a vitamin D for your bones, calcium, magnesium, and zinc. Calcium and magnesium is for your bones, and the zinc is for your immune system, alongside organic acerola cherry powder. And I'm probably boring with this by now, but I'm sorry, hey, I'm taking it myself. Organic acerola cherry powder, you take 1 teaspoon with a little glass of water in the morning, and then in the evening. And the rest of the supplements you take once a day. But it's so important because organic acerola cherry powder is going to boost your immune system, and the rest of the supplements are going to be, and zinc is going to boost your immune system, and the rest of the supplements are going to be brilliant for your skeleton, okay? And bones. Vitamins D, calcium, magnesium, and zinc is going to be for cold and flu, same with organic acerola cherry powder. And what I always say, you also need to make sure that you're using natural deodorants without aluminium, and the toothpaste and mouthwash without fluoride. Okay, if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you in relationship, my gorgeous Sagittarians, you know there is a certain pressure that you are having, you both gonna have, but also this pressure is nothing new. This pressure is not from this week, it's something that came from before, something that has been an ongoing problem, but the bottom line is that this pressure is soon going to be resolved, and it's going to be brilliant for both of you. So the problem of a very, very long problem, the issue, you know, of a very long problem is coming to an end, okay? For those of you Sagittarians that are actually single and ready to mingy, oh my god, I can see you meeting people and having a beneficial time when it comes to flirting and discovering certain things about yourself. I mean, you are going to meet quite a few people that are going to be very beneficial, but there is somebody also where you are going to meet and you're going to think, oh, it's the right person, you know, it's great, but no, baby, no, I would just run away on miles. It's somebody who's not really good, that is going to be around you, maybe for a little bit of fun, absolutely great, maybe to talk a little bit, you know, whatever, you know, but most certainly nothing serious, because there is something not quite right with this person and I just wouldn't really be around it whatsoever. So it could even be somebody who you fancied and somebody who you liked and somebody who you didn't have any proper relationship with, that you're just going to start thinking about them, but then you're going to have a sign that they're not the right person. This is important because it's only this week, you know, but it's important because there is some kind of learning process and experience that you are going to have. You are going to realize, you're going to learn about yourself through this process. But no, it's not going to be the right person, but the week lasts only 7 days, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, before I do Capricornius, I will be 1 minute. Capricornius. Okay. Capricornius, 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 Capricornius. My gorgeous Capricornius. Okay, so now you just need to be a little bit careful here. Okay? Capricornius. Dun, 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 dun. Capricornius. Dun, 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 dun. Capricornius. Bam, 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 bam. Capricornius. Bam, 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 bam. Do you know why you're going to need to be careful as well? Because I need you to understand that the beginning of this week is going to be quite unusual. And I'm going to say this because it's going to, you're going to need to come to terms with something. And what you're going to come to terms with, it's going to kind of create like a little it's going to create like a little disappointment, and this little disappointment was pretty much so connected to you, and especially in what you were planning to do, what you were focusing on in the last 4 months. But it's also connected to the certain person that you are going to be disappointed about in your life, in your spiritual journey. But then again, this is going to be really good, and it's going to be an important moment when you're actually going to realize something. And that is going to be so good, because it's going to be great for you to actually kind of change your direction slightly and pay attention to those areas of your life where you wouldn't normally pay attention to. And this is going to last for the 3 days. For the first 3 days this week, this is what is going to be happening, my gorgeous Capricornians, and most certainly this is going to be quite beneficial for you, because it's going to help you to kind of create a certain obstacle. I say it's going to help you to create a kind of certain obstacle, but this obstacle is going to be absolutely everything, because it's at the same time, without you even realizing, going to be connected to an important completion of your spiritual journey. Something is slowly going to come to an end, and you are going to have this person to actually thank for something like that, because most certainly this is going to help you to realize what were you in self-denial to yourself, because what you were in self-denial, it's also part of your subconscious mind, and your hermit moment is also going to come through at the same time within these 3 days. And the hermit moment is also very important, because I told you it's going to give you the ability to connect to your situation and your life, from a completely different angle. This is because you're going to be able to expand your mind, not over the whole 3 days, but one day over these 3 days. There's also going to be the hermit moment, which is because of this situation going to make you realize where you are frequently restrained, what is like kind of bringing you down, what is creating that particular obstacle, but even more importantly, what you are in self-denial about, because this is going to create an important starting point when it comes to your progress. And something is going to take an additional 3 weeks, and then after 3 weeks you're going to have remarkable control over a situation, control over your life, and this is going to bring you a courage, energy and determination that you wouldn't have before. You will be activated, my babies. You will be activated in such a powerful way, where this is going to bring you lots of action and confidence. And when that happens, at the same time, when you receive a good news about your own accomplishment, this is going to be remarkable, because it's going to require from you to make a certain adjustment, and that adjustment is going to be everything, because it's also going to become an important part of your progress, an important part of your transformation, an important part of your spiritual journey, which is also again going to require from you, my gorgeous Capricornians, to try to smudge your home. Very important, because you're going to be very psychically connected throughout this week as well. Dry sage, my babies, dry sage. Oh, I smell it every time. I just love the smell of dry sage. I use this for absolute years, honestly. But it's just so important for you to do this because you're going to be very perceptive, indeed, very perceptive. And this is nothing unusual because this particular week, sorry, this particular week is starting with the 24 and it's ending with number 1. So it's a very strong moment in time when it comes to your own personal perception, and you are going to be able to kind of feel things so much. Your dreams are going to be very vivid. Your dreams are going to be very bright, but also at the same time, make sure, I said this to you before, it's so important. Make sure that you pay attention to what's the very first thing on your mind in the morning, because one of the things, there are two things that are going to happen to you. There are two things that are going to become very obvious to you. One thing is like that you need, it's going to be something like really random. You know, you're going to wake up in the morning. I told you this before. It's so important. This week is absolutely mind-blowing. One thing that it's going to be the first thing on your mind in the morning, as soon as you open your eyes, it's going to be something completely irrelevant, like go and wash your window, and go and wash the floor, go and cover the carpet. Oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. It's going to seem like some kind of normal daily activity, but my baby, that is coming from somewhere else. That is coming from somewhere else. It's going to seem like some kind of normal activity, but your spirit guides, your guardian angels, your universe, you know, your subconscious mind is going to start a very important process, but you are going to require to have a little spiritual knock. And the way you can have a spiritual knock is to follow what is your mind telling you. It's not like, oh, you're the first thing on your mind in the morning. You know, I told you this before, but for those of you who don't know, it's like when we sleep, our subconscious mind is like all over the place. When we are awake and conscious, then our mind is working only certain percentage. When we sleep, our mind is fully working. So therefore, we are part of all sorts of dimensions, like we always are. But in this instance, we remember, we do things, we have astral projections every night. We are part of like a very sacred dimension. So therefore we are part of very sacred knowledge. So that's why when we wake up in the morning, the first thing we open our eyes, we are still part of this, like all sorts of dimensions. And this is why you follow this. So if you hear like if you have in your mind like, oh, go and, I don't know, like hoover the carpet, that's exactly what you do. As soon as you like get up, blah blah blah, you go and hoover up the carpet, and that is just a sign. That is going to be direction. Something is going to be highly illuminated at the same time, and this is the channel that you're going through, the psychic channel that you're following. And at the same time, there is a new plan, new wish, new realization going to come through, and it's going to surprise you, and it's going to be so important because at the same time it's going to boost your confidence, and it's also going to bring you the recognition about your life that you wouldn't normally have. The second thing that you're going to hear on your mind the first thing in the morning, it's going to be more like to do with the probe. So first it's like a random, yeah, not random at all, my baby. But the second thing, it's going to be like exactly what you need to do. Exactly like, for example, like, oh, you need to do this paperwork, you know, go for it and do it. No matter what you think, no matter what you like feel about it, like if you, oh no, I need to talk with these people, I need to do this, it's not going to be okay, it's not going to be right. No, that's exactly what you need to do. If it's right or if it's not right, this is exactly what you need to do. And this is going to bring you towards the absolutely illuminated moment in your life, which is going to provide you with an option to have a remarkable change when it comes to your home, when it comes to your immediate environment, when it comes to the immediate people around you. You're going to do something absolutely remarkable this week, and it's going to bring you so much great honor. You're going to feel so great about yourself, but also at the same time, there are people that are going to be very impressed with you, very impressed with your achievement, very impressed with your success as well by the end of this week in general. And that is going to boost your confidence like there is no tomorrow. And it's going to also provide you with a really important opportunity that you wouldn't normally have. This week, it's going to be the beginning of something absolutely remarkable. You are going to find out something very important. Very, very important. Okay, and this is just to do with you. This is to do with your past 3 years, and this is also to do with the slow progress of your life. Very slow progress that wasn't moving, wasn't changing. So now there is going to be beautiful bright light which is going to come through and illuminate the whole situation for you. Not only this is going to be highly successful time for you, my gorgeous Capricornians, but this is also going to be an important time which is going to lead towards an absolutely remarkable negotiation. Very Very important negotiation is going to take place. Great week to actually invest as well. If you need to have some kind of negotiations, most certainly this would be absolutely perfect week to do it, because you're going to end up with so much more than you would actually normally end up with. And by the end of this week, an interesting, rather beautiful financial opportunity is just going to be waving at you like this, because you're going to be so much closer towards the stage and the part of your life that you wanted to be closer to. A wonderful unfoldment, but also something very sacred is going to happen to you when you're going to start feeling yourself again, feeling your excitement through your own accomplishment. This is going to be important because on one hand, it's going to provide you a wake-up call, very important, and it's going to come through somebody who is very close to your life, very beautiful in your life, some immediate family member. But the great news, great thing, it's going to become a wake-up call, and it's immediately going to provide you with a very important vision, and that vision is going to be way more than you think. So see what you feel connected to, see what you do, see what you're thinking about when you're relaxing, when you're chilling out, when you're like meditating. See what you primarily think about it. Think about something very important. It's going to be revealed to you, because you are going to have a sacred focus. A new path is going to be unfolded for you. Very, very important stage of your own personal sacred lotus. Very important stage when it's like going to be like a beginning of an adventure. But it's so much so to do with what you want to do, following through, and also an initiative which is going to make you realize unlimited possibilities, what you wouldn't kind of realize before, and a beautiful, healthy obsession is going to take place. And that in itself is going to be perfect, because you Capricornians have got a very strong and powerful mind indeed. And you're also very much so similar to Scorpioni. If you feel happy, you feel great, you feel powerful, you just have this bombastic energy that is just reflecting out of you so strongly. Everybody's able to feel this so much beautiful. But if you feel low and you feel down, yin yang moment, then everybody can feel that very strongly as well. So when you're projecting this like so beautifully in such a beautiful way, this is most certainly going to provide you with the things that you weren't able to do normally, or you weren't able to achieve normally. Fantastic moment in time, my gorgeous Capricornians, when it comes to your own departure and journey, but in particular an advancement of your own life. It's going to take place with an option, an opportunity that is just going to help you like to see the different horizons, and also something is going to take place and it's going to provide you with a shortcut and realization that something very important is about to take place. It's going to happen much sooner. Something that you have been working on, something that you have been doing, something that you have been paying attention to, but you thought it's going to take so much longer in order to get to that particular stage. Well, babies, it's a nice surprise you're going to have this week indeed. And also the certain journey, trip or journey, it's going to take place. Whether you do it this week, whether you go on trip or journey, it's going to be brilliant, because there's an amazing idea going to happen to you and manifest while you're going there, while you're there, or on your way back, okay? Or like if you go this week, or if you book this week, for example, some kind of trip or journey, so it doesn't matter when you go, but as long as you book this week and the energy is still attached to this particular week, there is still going to be an important spiritual idea that you are going to have, very important idea, and that is going to reflect on your life as well. On another hand, in order to get the feeling of that idea and the vibration much stronger, you can just like basically when you are relaxing and chilling, just think about where would you like to travel? Where would you like to go on holidays? That way you expand your mind, you expand your energy, you expand your power in such a way where you're able to tap into these energies, and then you invite things that would have normally come to you when you go on a holiday. So you can actually do this while you're relaxing and chilling out, and get your mind to kind of like a rest in such a way where you expand yourself with this relaxation, which on another hand just brings you the idea with this powerful vibration at the same time, you know. And also something spontaneous is going to take place. You're going to feel a little bit mischievous this week, and I like this, my gorgeous little Capricornians. You're going to feel a little mischievous, and it's really great because you really deserve it. There is going to be the part of you that we want to jump out and test the water a little bit. You will want to do something different. You will want to do something unusual. You will want to do something adventurous. But this is so important because this is going to be the part of you being free, you feeling free, the part of the spontaneous situation which is going to make you react in a really quick way, which is just going to be quite daring for you. But most certainly it's also going to provide an amazing new beginning when it comes to something very, very adventurous in your life, which is going to take place, and it's going to reflect on the moment when you felt miserable, concerned and unhappy, maybe a little bit anxious. This is going to be so wonderful because it's going to be answer to lots of things about your negativity and maybe problems and certain stressful situations that you had, because it's going to help you to look at the things from a different angle, because you're going to step in a whole new dimension, in the whole new energy, my gorgeous Capricornius, indeed. Let me just see, what is your tarot card of the week? Let me see, what is your tarotina cardina? Tarotina cardina. God. Okay. Oh, na 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 na, death, na death, na 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 na. Na 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 na, la 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 la. Do you know what? I'm so happy because I feel you, baby. I feel you, Capricornius, like there is no tomorrow. The time is coming. The changes, the transformation. Do you know how you boost this? You boost this by changing things around you. You boost this by testing the water. You boost things by doing things differently. You boost this by having different way of thinking. Any kind of new situation you can throw yourself in, it's going to give you a new spiritual key, and this key is going to open 7 other doors instead of just one door. You are entering an important stage of your progress, my gorgeous Capricornius, when it comes to your own transformation. There are certain things that you're just not going to start feeling very much so attached to throughout this week, and by the time you get to this week, you will know that there are certain things that slowly came to an end. But also, most importantly, this is the time of rebirth, and it's also going to be the time of optimism, excitement, and the time when you will want to kind of test the waters. You will want to try things, you will want to do things differently. But most certainly it's the great time to do as much as you can. Try to change your routine, my gorgeous Capricornius. This is very, very, very important moment in time for you when it comes to future planning, when it comes to the certain completion, but also when it comes to your own creativity and finding out things about it, indeed. Okay? When it comes to your health, oh my lord, you're also going to be a little bit stroppy. Okay, so when it comes to your health, a little bit of stress I see here, and also the digestion at the same time, and also like a sensitivity inside your mouth, okay, gums. Okay, so basically stress, it's like a natural dose of B vitamins, okay, or get a food which is going to be rich in B vitamins, okay. This is very, very important. And also basically digestion, it's also going to be benefit from, your digestion is going to benefit also from the actual B vitamins as well. Very important for your digestion, and because it's going to be sensitive, and for a little bit of stress levels. On another hand, it's quite important time to actually basically your lower back, it's going to be quite sensitive as well. Here I can see a lower back, and just make sure that you sit in the right way, make sure that you sleep in the correct way. Try to sleep on your side for a week. Try to have a good quality pillow and a good pillow in between your legs, because it's going to help you with your lower back. Otherwise your lower back wouldn't rest in this particular way. And I highly suggest you to take a vitamin D and also organic acerola cherry powder, which is going to help you with the gum healing inside your mouth, and it's going to boost your immune system. I told you organic acerola cherry powder is a must to take every single morning, but this week to take it every single night as well. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, or you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you in relationship, For those of you in relationship, there is a bit of a romantic moment going to happen, some kind of rejuvenation. Maybe you were like some vavavumish moment, lots of vavavumish moment. No, but it's just like basically showing me that maybe in the last 5 months things haven't been that great. Maybe you were too busy or whatever it happened. You know, now most certainly the beautiful balance is coming through. The beautiful balance is coming in, and it's just going to be so peaceful, tranquil, and beautiful for both of you. It's the time of rest and it's the time of reward. Okay, now for for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, it's just this week is absolutely ridiculously important. Okay, please do as much as you can. Please try to go out as much as you can. At the moment, there is going to be an important moment when you will be going through a big change. When it comes to your home, it's the whole family is going to find this very beneficial indeed. The whole family is going to find this very beneficial, or the people around you. If you haven't got a family, then the people who are very dear to you. Okay, but it's going to be a very important moment for you, for the family, of happiness, joy and pleasure, peace, love, contentment, and a good family life, honor, beautiful reputation and support you will have in order to do a big change. There is a very big change that is going to start taking place, but this is very good because somebody who is your family is going to have absolutely remarkable news when it comes to their own progress. This is going to be fantastic for you so much, and it's going to put a massive smile on your face. Why am I telling you this? If you're singy and ready to mingy, if you're single and ready to mingle, why am I saying this to you? It's because, you know, you are going to have a very vibrant week. You're going to be surrounded by quite a few people, and there are a few important people that are going to cross your path. One of them is going to be someone very important to you later on. So somebody who likes you, somebody who fancies you, it's already going to be in your element, already going to be within your dimension, already going to be within your circle here, but you will not even know it. But you will not really care, because you will be so happy because the certain change is going to take place when it comes to your immediate home and environment, and this is all what is going to be on your mind. This is absolutely fine at this moment in time. This person is going to come through very soon, but just to let you know, wherever you are, wherever you go, this person is going to be in the similar circle, in the same circle where you are. Watch this space, my gorgeous Capricornians, watch this space. Okay, so now before I do Aquamarini, I'm going to come back in 1 second. Before I do Aquamarini, I will be just 1 second. Okay, just going to take a little bit of water. Oh, hello, how you doing? My gorgeous, ever so precious, oh my god, Aquamarini, why do you always need to have cars like this? Aquamarini, why are you so complex? No, I'm just joking. I love my Aquamarinis. When the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, my gorgeous aquamarini babies are finally having chill out. My gorgeous aquamarini. Okay, so now, when the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, a wheel of fortune is coming and Aquamarini is going to be surprised. It's just incredible. Seriously, do you know what? I think you have been through an absolute storm. I am always saying this, but in particular, you Aquamarinis, my little babies, my little bambinis and my little bambinas, you had it pretty hard. You had it pretty difficult because it was a lot of stress. It was very emotional and oh my God, it's not about only work, but it's about the actual emotions and feelings, family situations, difficulties, a feeling of guilty. Feeling of guilty. There is just so much that was happening. It's crazy, but it was affecting you in such a way. You're very powerful. I absolutely love you. I envy your confidence. I envy your ridiculous power. I say ridiculous power because you're one of the rare signs who actually, I said this before, you have got this ability to do change, to make it, to change your mind with a snap of a finger, you know. You have this crazy and very powerful ability to kind of make a certain decision there when lots of signs are like, oh, I'm not too sure what to do. They prolong the nastiness and the stupid long situation for a long time because they're uncertain what to do. But when it comes to you, you have got this empath about you which just provides you with like a kind of, no, just do it, just go. Lots of other signs do, but you, the difference with you is that you just know when your green light is, and it's very quick and it's very soon and it happens at the right moment at the right time, so you just cut through and make your own shortcut, which is powerful, very powerful trait to actually have, very powerful ability that you have. So I really envy you. But when it comes to emotions and certain difficulties that were kind of very much so enhanced for the last 3 years, it has been most certainly storm because you were blaming yourself for certain things, but that's absolutely fine. It's very deep situation that I can talk for days about. But now what I want to say to you, my gorgeous aquamarine, is that I already said that March in general it's going to be quite good for you, my babies, but now most certainly I have to tell you that, you know, as of this week things are going to be quite vibrant for you and very significant when it comes to the certain things happening that you kind of didn't want to happen but you wanted to happen, kind of you tried but they just kind of didn't work, and now this is going to bounce back at you and it's going to make you feel really happy because there is going to be some kind of pleasure that you're going to have through that situation, and emotionally this is going to fill you up. Emotionally this is going to be really good for you because this week it's all about you being very happy with yourself, very happy with the certain decisions that you made not that long ago that you were blaming yourself for. So most certainly this week it's going to be a very good week when it comes to your personal progress. You are going to hear an absolutely remarkable news about somebody in your life, but you're just going to know how much they love you, how much they mean to you, how much they want to be around you. This is important, and I'm talking about important people in your life. I'm talking about the family member. I'm talking maybe about your partners, you know, it depends, but most certainly this is pretty much so pointing out like the people that are very important people in your family. There is going to be such a beautiful moment in time that you are going to have and that you are going to achieve through your own beautiful sense of achievement, but it's so much to do with your emotions, it's so much to do with your feelings, and you will realize how much this was affecting you. You will realize how much this was kind of hurting you. So that problem is coming, you know, to an end, but but it's not a problem. It's just a very difficult stage that you were probably going to, that this was affecting you in so many different ways. But there was also a very strong sense of self-denial that you had. This is also going to bring you to certain self-denial, situation, what you are self-denying, what you're maybe not honest to yourself about, because there is going to be the actual very important plan and wish that it's going to come up, that it's going to come through based on your accomplishment at the beginning of the week. But most certainly this is not going to work until you realize what you're actually in self-denial about, because you've done something wrong. I said this before, my gorgeous aquamarinis. You've done something wrong within the last couple of years, and now that is just going to come back, and it's going to bounce back, and you will know what that is, and you will know what to do, and you will know which direction to take. Some of you are going to be surprised, some of you are going to be completely aware of it. The bottom line is that you are pretty much so going to enter a very important stage in your life where you are most certainly going to be very skilled in order to deal with this particular situation. But it's to do with your maturity, it's to do with your individuality, and it's also to do with a very important stage of the actual worldly power and accomplishment and confidence that you are going to have at the same time, that is going to bring you this balance of energy that is going to be absolutely remarkable. I'm so happy for you, because also, my gorgeous aquamarinis, the justice, an important justice is coming here. You will know what this justice is. This is more personal. It could be like a justice, if you took a certain court case, blah, blah, blah. It could be that kind of justice, but it's also like a very personal to you, or it could be just something very personal. The bottom line is this is going to be so personal to you. At the moment in time when you know, oh, thank God, my justice, at the moment when you receive this news, at the moment when you find out this news, you will also need to pay attention, my gorgeous aquamarinis, because there is an advice that you are going to have at the same time. It's not going to come from that person, it's not going to come from that justice, but it's going to come from somewhere else. But you just need to pay attention to synchronicities, pay attention to numbers repeating, 111, 777, and you will know that the time is coming, that the time is near, an important time. And as soon as you see the numbers like repeating, just make sure throughout this week, as soon as you see the numbers repeating, aquamarinis, make sure that you look around you. Sorry. No, first of all, make sure that you see what is on your mind, what was on your mind that day in the morning, what is creating a problem, and then look around. And look around immediately when you see consecutive numbers repeating, and see what is getting your attention, what is draining, what is trying to get your attention, what is trying to make a connection. And at that moment in time, that is also going to be very interesting. It could be like maybe like some picture on the wall, or it could be some cat on the floor. This is going to be so important because it's going to get your attention. And the moment you get your attention, this is also going to be an absolutely remarkable moment in time, because you're going to realize some kind of advancement about your life in such a way where this is also going to create a new sense of direction, which is just going to inspire you so much. And it's going to be so beneficial for your balance when it comes to your mind, when it comes to your energy, when it comes to your dimension. This is going to be absolutely remarkable. This is all going to lead towards, all the time that you were miserable and concerned and unhappy and anxiety over and worrying. What were you worrying about within the last 11 months? Lots of worries and a little bit of anxiety. So this is all going to create such a wonderful moment, which is just going to be the time of release. And it's also going to be followed by an important invitation and opportunity. That invitation and opportunity is also, please, it's going to seem like something really small. It's going to seem like something really unusual. It's going to seem like something that you don't want to do, but it's also going to be connected to somebody who you don't want to talk to, you don't want to be around. Go for it, baby, go for it. It's important time, because this is going to be way bigger than you think. This is going to be way more important than you can possibly imagine. Okay? And just remember, at the time when you hear your justice, at the time when you hear about your personal justice, just remember, Don't forget to kind of pay attention to the numbers repeating, and also don't forget to actually see who is giving you an advice. There is an advice that you're going to get at the same time that is going to be hidden, little spiritual hidden advice, which means that you're going to it's going to be required from you to dig a little bit deeper for you to understand that this is way more important than you could possibly think. So the tiny little advice that you are going to hear at the moment in time when you hear about your own personal justice, okay, so you're going to hear about your own personal justice, and then not long after, you're going to get an advice that it's not going to be connected to this necessarily, but it's going to be mind-blowing because it's going to seem something like really tiny little, but it's going to be absolutely huge. And very soon it's going to become a rather important moment in time in your life of your self-illumination, which is just going to help you to understand your life, and most importantly, to get that balance right. And once you get that balance right, this is all about your satisfaction, accomplishment, and seeing things for what they are. Seeing things for what they are, and most certainly it's going to create such an important time when it comes to inspiration, compromise. Most certainly compromise is going to be quite significant here, but that is all going to lead towards an absolute perfection. I'm so happy for you because you are going to go through such an important obstacle, my gorgeous Aquamarinis. This is going to lead towards a perfection, recognition, and honor. This week, my gorgeous Aquamarinis, listen, so strong, so powerful. Your energy is going to be so illuminated like there is no tomorrow. You're going to shine very brightly. Anything new you want to do, go for it. Any new job you want to apply for, go for it. Any annoying things you want to do, go for it. I say annoying things because those things that are making you like kind of to avoid certain responsibilities, this is exactly what you should be doing this week, because any dark or murky waters are going to become crystal clear. And once they're crystal clear, this is going to provide you with a crystal clear vision. Once you get a crystal clear vision, by the end of the week, there is going to be the whole new perspective. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit maybe a little bit unusual to come to terms with certain things, certain changes, but it's going to be absolutely fine, my gorgeous Aquamarinis, absolutely fine. This week is going to lead towards a perfection, recognition, great honor, and that is all about your own capability, okay? And it's all to do with the just reward from hard work and success and admiration from others. For some reason, Aquamarinis, and you will know why, the actual admiration of others is going to mean the most to you. You will see why. Very personal achievement indeed. On another hand, what did I say? Aquarius, you see the Wheel of Fortune, my babies, the Wheel of Fortune you are going to have. And this is absolutely remarkable, and it doesn't surprise me. And this is going to be really good one because it's a very strong week when it comes to your balance, very strong week when it comes to that energy, and also an important outcome. Okay, an absolutely mind-blowing outcome you're going to have this week, which is going to surprise you. And that outcome, you're going to realize like, oh my God, it's going to really be so important because it's to do with your advancement. It's to do with your life taking on the whole next level, baby, on the whole next level. Okay, but it's just to do with the actual conclusion, an important conclusion that you are going to have. But most certainly, this is remarkable time because it's approaching the end of an absolutely annoying problem. But then again, it's just so brilliant because you're going to be surprised. You're going to be surrounded by the people who you wouldn't think you would be surrounded by. You will be part of a completely different dimension, completely different energy, and that is going to make you realize that something is going to happen, something is going to take place, but emotionally things are going to be charged and recharged. So therefore you will also have a very strong connection with your subconscious mind. So you're going to respond to something quickly, but that response is going to be everything because it's going to be different and it's going to get you worried later better, but it's going to be absolutely the right thing that you could have done. It's going to be the best thing because it's going to mark the beginning of an adventure, enthusiasm, and unlimited possibilities, because a lot is going to be shifted after this moment in time. It is not only about success, security, and power, but it's this happiness and excitement within you that is going to help you to shed a light on so many situations around you like there is no tomorrow. My gorgeous aquamarines, it's an amazing moment in time when it comes to your family, when it comes to big change, when it comes to happiness, when it comes to the actual joy and pleasure. Something very good is going to take place, and it's also going to put a big smile on your face, and it's going to make you feel so good about yourself. Absolutely remarkable. Let me just see what is your tarotina cardina of the Wikina. That's Sasha's language. Tarotina Wikina. Tarotina cardina of the Wikina. Tarot card of the week. Tarotina cardina of the Wikina. There you go. Oh, it's going to be, see this Six of Swords? Yep, absolutely fantastic. This is you going away from the negative life. This is you going away from those things that are making you feel dark. This is you going away from the things that are making you feel blue. This is you going away from the things that are making you negative. This is you going away from the things that are preventing you to be yourself, preventing you to feel yourself, and it's also going to be in a moment in time when you're going to change you're going to make a very important life change. Life change. Life change. You're going to make a very important life change here. And it's something that you're doing, maybe that you're doing in some kind of excess, something that you need to pay attention to, something, maybe you smoke too much, maybe you drink too much, maybe you, I don't know, maybe you take too many tablets or something, it depends, it's to do with some kind of a negative shield that you're creating around yourself, and that is preventing you to kind of reach the highest levels of your own spirituality. I'm not saying that you're taking anything, please don't get me wrong, but it's just an excess of the negative thing in life can actually create a certain illusion, and that illusion can block our perception, so therefore we can't feel ourselves and we can't reach the highest levels of our own consciousness, subconsciousness, if we don't do it. So there is a balance that you're going to need to pay attention to, what needs to come into your life and what needs to go. Maybe you smoke too much, maybe you drink too much, maybe you eat too much, maybe you eat too much sugar, whatever it is, it's going to kind of really help you to kind of release this negative energy by following these powerful psychic channels, what you should actually do, for example. But it's important. And also the certain journey and trip, it's also going to become quite significant here. Somebody who's very important to you, somebody who's very significant to you, it's actually going to be connected to some kind of a trip, some kind of a journey, and you are going to be worrying about them. You're going to be thinking about somebody very special in your life that you're going to worry about, maybe something to do with health, indeed, and it's going to be fine. Things are going to be okay, in a few weeks' time. So it's going to be absolutely fine, okay? My gorgeous aquamarine, now when it comes to your health, look at this. When it comes to your health, please, you need to drink gallons of water. As much water as you drink, it's going to be better for you throughout this week. It's because it's going to help you out to get rid of the toxins, in your body. Very important. And also try to make sure that you're taking vitamin D, or you can be outside in the sun. That's absolutely fine. Vitamin D for your bones, very important. Organic acerola cherry powder, again, I know I said it millions of times, very important. Once in the morning, a little glass of water, drink it, and once in the evening, a little glass of water, drinking. This is going to replenish your vitamin C levels, and it's very important to boost your immune system alongside a little bit of a zinc. If you can take zinc, this would be wonderful as well. At the same time, your skin in general is going to be quite sensitive, so try to make sure that you're not using chemicals and all these creams, horrible creams full of chemicals. Just natural creams, please, because your body is going to be sensitive, your skin. Okay, if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you in relationship, oh my God, you're reaching a very important stage of security and power. Security and safety, and a very important family matter is going to take place. This is for those of you in relationship, and also an important important reward. You're both going to have an important reward, okay, this week. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, most certainly no, baby, no. You can go out and you can have a great time, my gorgeous aquamarini, but most certainly there is going to be, I don't like this person. There's going to be somebody who I just don't find really honest around you, who is going to try to flirty with you a little bit. So I can see socially this is going to be an important time. You're going to kind of meet so many people. You're going to be very busy, but it's more to do with your life, more to do with the family, more to do with the friends. So, but there is someone, you know, that you are going to come across with, and there is going to be this continuance of some kind of effort immediately. So it is just going to be not going to be the right person around you whatsoever. But that doesn't really matter, because there is a certain lesson that you're going to learn through here. There is someone that is going to cross your path this week. You're going to fancy them a little bit, but very quickly you're going to realize, no, baby, no, this is not the right person. But there is an important lesson for you to learn here. An important lesson, you know. It's very significant, because if you did find somebody on this particular week and you just fell in love, blah blah blah, then maybe you wouldn't be able to follow up through on all the success that you're about to have, and in particular when it comes to the bounce back of the Wheel of Fortune. So it all happens when it's meant to happen, my gorgeous aquamarinis, indeed. Okay, so now before I do Piscellini, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just trying to find the cards that are on the floor. Find the cards that are not. I need a hero. Okay. It's gotta be strong and he's gotta be strong. I need a hero. It's gotta be strong and it's gotta larger than life. I need a hero. I need a Piscelline. I need a Piscelline. I need a Piscelline. 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 I need a Piscelline. Piscellin, 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 Pi, Piscellin, Pi, 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 Piscellin, Pi, 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 Piscellin, 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 Pi, Piscellin, Pi, 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 Piscellin, Pi, 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 Piscellin, 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 Pi, Piscellin, Pi, 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 Piscellin, Pi, 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 Piscellin, Pi. The new plan, my gorgeous Piscellini, is going to take over. The new energy, new fresh start, and the new beginning is most certainly going to take over. This is going to come with you feeling rather optimistic, with you feeling so excited, and it is going to boost your power. It is going to boost your confidence. Please, my gorgeous Piscellini, see what do you feel connected to at the beginning of the week. The first 3 days, my gorgeous Piscellini, the first 3 days are going to be absolutely remarkable, because you need to see what the first 3 days are going to be revealing to you. Not only you are going to have the great good news this week, but this is to do with a gain, and it's to do with an advancement, and it's to do with a very scary time, like in particular over the last 12 months, you know, overburdened, feeling excessive pressures, you know, problems have been taking so much from you, and they were kind of making things not really crystal clear. When that happens, it's very good to find our own way out of the situations, out of our lives, in order to get to the next dimension, next path, until we actually work on the certain bits and pieces about our spiritual journey, about our karma, in order to provide our spirit with a significant involvement, in order to get to a very significant stage. I know it sounds really weird. I know it sounds very complex, but the bottom line is Piscellini, my gorgeous Piscellini, you're very powerful. I said this millions of times. You're very deep. You're very spiritual. You can go very deep. You can dive very, very deep. Just remember that this powerful energy, it's also like a rather important flip-flop moment when it comes to you projecting this towards other people, projecting this towards other energies, projecting this towards the new beginning. beginning. So very much so, you are going to come to terms with a certain situation this week, and you're going to think that you're maybe not good enough, or you're going to think that you can't do it, and you're going to try to kind of block yourself. Do not do it. It's going to come in the form of like a kind of uncertainty, but you're also going to be indecisive, okay? But then again, that I've seen this indecisiveness before. There is the decision that you're going to make. First of all, you're going to feel like a little bit indecisive, but then there is the decision that you're going to make, and that decision is going to be directly connected to the certain crisis and calamity and the certain conflict that you had, connected to the certain domination that was actually draining your energy from you so much, which means that you were around like a negative people, you were around the negative dimension or negative energy, and you found yourself like around the people and situations which were draining your energy, which means that it became quite toxic. And that in itself, you know, sometimes people can work really well in this particular situation, but sometimes people can get rather affected if people are very deep, if people are very spiritual and very powerful, because you are most certainly very powerful when it comes to your own spirituality. You can get your mind so far, you can stretch your mind so wide. That in itself can also kind of affect you in all sorts of different ways, and you can find yourself quite vulnerable. Now, this stage, it's coming to an end, and it's very important for me to say that my gorgeous Pisceans, you know, most certainly, this is going to be actually the beginning of something very special. But I need to say something to you. This is not a great week for investment. This is not a great week for any kind of negotiations and things like that. But it's most certainly to work on yourself, and it's most certainly to test the water. Because what I find really interesting is that a certain like kind of feeling of like, oh God, like a failure or some certain feeling of negativity, it's going to be quite significant also at around the beginning of this week as well. And this is going to be so good for you, because it's actually going to get you exactly where you need to be at the right moment in time. And this, my gorgeous Pisceans, is also going to create an obstacle immediately, which is just going to like kind of like you will go to sleep, it will be one night of sleep, and then what is going to happen the next day, it's going to be a remarkable moment in time when you're going to kind of, something is going to be confirmed to you. Remember, don't rush into any decisions. Don't make any quick decisions or anything like that. Anything that comes up, make sure that you go home, you sleep one night, you have a very strong connection with your subconscious mind at the same time, because you are very good at it. Indeed, you, Scorpionis, Capricornius, Virgo, you know, you're all really good when it comes to this. But most certainly, you know what? This is all going to boil down to one thing. Whatever you do, don't rush into any decisions whatsoever. But the bottom line is that you are going to have an important you're going to be guided. You are going to have something quite unusual happen to you, Pisceans, this week. And most certainly it's going to start with you being somewhere where you wouldn't normally be. And that in itself is going to trigger something. It's going to be a remarkable idea that you're going to have. And this is going to boost your confidence at the same time. And I say that it's going to be quite unusual because it's going to come from a completely different direction. And it's also going to make you feel in a certain way, and it's going to surprise you. And this is nothing unusual, because you're going through your own transformation, change, and and basically this is going to raise your consciousness on a whole new level. And also at the same time, you're going to be very much so grounded spiritually, like there is no tomorrow. When this happens, you are having a really beautiful redirection, and you are going to be guided on the right path. And the way things are going to happen when you're guided on the right path, there is going to be a little obstacle that you are going to have. And the obstacle that you are going to have is going to be connected to what I said before. It's connected to the new plan, new wish. This is so important, because before it's so much uncertainty about, so much uncertainty, like, oh no, I'm not too sure, I don't know. But now this moment of obstacle, and this is going to create you actually kind of like completely going for it and seeing things in a completely different dimension of being rather adventurous time than bringing yourself down. This is such an important moment, and it's all when it comes to the actual future planning, because you are going to make you're going to have a new wish, new plan, but this most certainly is going to take place, take over, and it's going to start manifesting itself. And by the time we get to the actual November 2020, this situation is really going to go on the whole new level, on the whole new stage, and that is going to help you to start a completely different journey in November 2020, one step at a time, my gorgeous Piscelinis. But this is a very important moment in time of completion, but it's also a very important moment in time when it comes to the certain traveling, certain journey that is also going to be connected to an idea that is going to get through that boost of confidence, to that change of direction, change of environment, which is on another hand going to provide you with the financial opportunity and realization, and realizing something very important about yourself that you didn't realize before. On another hand, it is just basically all about the actual hope that you are going to have, faith, inspiration that you are going to have this week. And I'm so happy for you because it's coming through your own success, my gorgeous Piscelinis, but it's all, ooh la la, also going to be again bringing out so much in you. Very vibrant time of the balance. It is not only about, oh yeah, financially situation, success, blah, blah, blah. No, baby, no. It is about you. It is about your feelings. It is about your emotions. It is about your happiness. And it's also going to be like very important time when it comes to your childhood. Very important time when it comes to connection and reconnection with your childhood. And you will be seeing things that remind you of your childhood. You will be connecting to things that are reminding you of childhood. People from your past that's going to come forward. Like your friends. I'm not talking about lovers, boyfriend, girlfriends. No, baby, no. I'm talking about friends. I'm talking about real people. I'm talking about family members. I'm talking about people in your life that are going to be also returning into your life by literally returning with a message or a phone call or whatever. Or you will be kind of feeling connected to them by looking at something, and then you make a very strong connection with them in your mind, visually, in all sorts of way. And why is this going to be happening? Do you know why? Because you lost a part of you long time ago, my gorgeous Piscelinis. This is very deep, it's very spiritual, it's very emotional, and it's a very powerful moment in time. You lost yourself some time ago. You left a piece of you, an important part of you in your past. You need to go there, my gorgeous Piscelini, and you need to get this part of you back, because it's very important. It's a missing part of you. It's a missing puzzle that is going to return into your life, and once it's down on the picture, it's going to make the whole picture completely different. And this is something that you need, because on one hand it's going to make you realize a quite messy situation, what is going to be the out of, but on another hand it's also going to build you up so beautifully. It's going to be fantastic for your confidence, and it's on another hand going to help you to bring you an insight into a problem, an insight from the past. It's going to bring you the actual resolution to the problem. It's going to be so good because the resolution to the problem is going to be completely different. Not only this is going to be brilliant for your spiritual journey, because the part of you that's missing is going to come through. It's so important because it's just a couple of days after that, you're just literally going to have such an important realization that this particular life on this earth is too short. We're only here passers by. We come here for a little amount of time and then we go somewhere else. We are 20, we are 30, we are 40, we are 50, we are 60, we are 70, we are 80, we are 90, we are 100 if we are lucky enough. But it's just that basically the life goes like this. It's really quickly. It goes so quick. And you are 20 and you are 90. It's the same mind, the same way of thinking. It is just so important to understand that this is going to also be rather beneficial for your boost of confidence, and it's going to make you, it's going to push you towards the direction that you wouldn't normally be pushed towards. It's going to help you to deal with the situation where you were avoiding certain responsibility. Piscelini, what have you been avoiding? There's a certain responsibility that you have been avoiding. That particular certain responsibility that you have been avoiding, it's going to be the major crossing stone, the major path. It's going to be discovered after that moment. You are going to go over the powerful spiritual bridge at the same time, because it's going to boost your confidence. It's going to be become an important part of you when it comes to your instinct, when it comes to an ancient healing power, wisdom, a strength, power, promise, creativity, and rebirth are also all going to become an integral part of this particular process. Be as open-minded, my gorgeous Piscelini, as you possibly can. It's all about the future planning, but it's all about highly successful time in many different ways indeed, you know. It is just about the actual synchronicity that you are going to have, and that particular synchronicity that you are going to have, my gorgeous Piscelini, is going to be absolutely everything, because somebody in your life, somebody who means to you so much, it's also going to be playing an integral part of your personal progress. You know why? Because somebody who knows you really well, it's going to happen at the right moment, at the right time, and they're going to tell you something, you know, please have your eyes open, have your mind open. And because somebody who knows you really well, it's going to tell you something, and this is going to be so important for you, because for once it's going to help you to make an important decision, and especially it's very significant when it comes to the time of like a misery and sadness and unhappiness that you had that was preventing you to reach your full potential. There's going to be an absolutely remarkable confirmation that you are going to have, and this is also going to help you to have such an important time when it comes to your own self-illumination power. And this is immediately going to activate you without you even realizing, and it's going to bring a promise into your life where you didn't think that the promise is going to be, and you're going to make an important decision here indeed. Absolutely remarkable. This is a very important time of authority, willpower, and self-control. Okay, very important time of self-control indeed. What else I was going to say, my gorgeous Piscelinis, I'm just going to see what is your tarot card of the week as well. Do you know what? Also, an important change at home, in your home environment. There is an important change that is going to take place, and this is going to be so good because it's going to give you really time to kind of relax a little bit, and it's just also the certain problem is just going to go away with that, and that is going to be such an important time for you, and it's going to require from you to kind of like deal with a certain family matter. There's going to be an important family matter that you're going to need to deal with, but it's going to be so brilliant, or an important matter within the people that are very important to you. But it's so important because it's most certainly connected to the reward from the very long stage of, you know, waiting, and rewards of an, you know, long stage and experience and things like that. Look at this Temperance, absolutely beautiful. This is an important moment in time, and you know what, you are going to really do something very important this week, and this week it's going to be directly responsible for an absolute remarkable change that you are going to have. And it's also about the confidence. You know, you're going to realize it was all about the confidence, it was all about transformation, it was all about you kind of restraining yourself. My gorgeous Piscelinis, this is so important. Listen to me very carefully, my gorgeous Piscelinis. It's going to be important because it's going to help you, for one, to see what were you in self-denial about. You need to move on from the certain situation, from the certain people. But on another hand, you know, you will see that this is going to be so important because it's going to help you to realize that you were kind of restraining yourself. You need to kind of think about the balance, work-life balance, and you need to reward yourself as much as you can, because you were restraining yourself, and that kind of caused you from not kind of doing things to your full potential, for example, because it was just kind of basically you were restraining yourself. So it's very important because you're going to release yourself. This is all about your personal transformation, and it's all about your promotion, outcome of the past effort. You know, absolutely important moment in time when it comes to the invitation, opportunity that you are going to have. But most certainly this is all about the advancement, an advanced level, something very attractive is going to take place. You know, certain request, it's going to be quite challenging situation that you're going to feel, but any challenge, just go for it, go for it, go for it, because any challenge is going to lead you towards an advancement, and your advancement is going to lead you towards the luxury and combination that you wouldn't normally have. Absolutely remarkable, my gorgeous Piscelinis. Absolutely remarkable. Okay, let me just tell you that by the end of this week, you know, the things that you felt like quite powerless about, now this is going to be such an important time of your own liberation. Your own liberation is going to be absolutely everything, because it's going to grow your angel wings at the same time. And once you have an angel wings, you know, once you have angel wings, you're going to be able to fly. And once you're able to fly, you can start your absolutely remarkable process of transformation, where you're going to be feeling this, you're going to be getting this, you're going to be having all sorts of like optimism around you. It's going to boost your confidence, it's going to boost your power, it's going to boost your initiatives. You know, it's going to be so important, because it's just going to make you realize and to where to pay attention to. But most importantly, it's going to be the time of your unfoldment, activation, beautiful harmony, a reason for celebration that you are going to have, which is going to lead towards probably one of the biggest wake-up calls you had. An important plan is going to take place. This is going to be something different, and you will see exactly what am I talking about. Absolutely remarkable, my gorgeous Piscelinis. It's the time when you're going to get a control over a situation. When it comes to your health, my gorgeous Piscelinis, you're also going to benefit from being by the water, whether it's the lake, whether it's the river. I have seen this before, and it's still important, because it's going to help you to reach a very important stages and levels of your own subconsciousness. This is absolutely remarkable moment in time. It's going to help you to relax, and it's also going to help you to kind of heal yourself in so many different ways. Another thing that I was going to say to you, meditate as much as you can, and also vitamin D is a must. Vitamin D is good for your bones to boost your immune system, but also it's good for your bones. And also organic acerola cherry powder in the morning, 1 teaspoon in a little glass of water, drink it. And before you go to bed at night, 1 little teaspoon of acerola cherry powder in a little glass of water, drink it before you go to sleep, before you go to bed. This is really important, because it's going to replenish your vitamin C levels. And also, my gorgeous Piscelinis, make sure that you're taking zinc, which is going to help you with your cold and flu, but also inside your mouth, it's still going to be rather sensitive. Just make sure that you're taking natural toothpaste without fluoride, natural mouthwash without fluoride. This is all going to be quite beneficial. And also, please try to take a friendly bacteria, because your tummy is going to be a little bit sensitive. So try to take a friendly bacteria with the yogurt in the morning, every single morning. It will be quite beneficial indeed. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Piscelinis, for those of you in relationship, ooh la la, for those of you in relationship, you are reaching an important stage here when it comes to the combination of material and spiritual prosperity, which means that you are going to make an important decision. That decision is going to be so significant for the rest of your lives, indeed, because it's going to help you to reflect on something that you wanted to do in a long time, but you were waiting for the right moment, you were waiting for the right time. Something very important is going to take place indeed. Watch this space. I like this, because it looks like not only you are going through your own transformation and change, it's your partner is going to be going through similar thing as well. Wonderful. Okay, so then for those of you who are actually single and ready to mingy, go out, have a great time, but most certainly you're not going to meet a love of your life this week, but there is someone very tricky that you're going to come across. Someone very tricky is going to be around you, and it's just going to make you realize, why is this person contradicting themselves like that? Why is this person so complex? So it's not so much about meeting the love of your life, but it's about meeting this particular person, because there is going to be an important realization that you are going to have at the same time when you meet this person. So there is a little learning curve here, learning process, learning period that you're actually going to have through this situation. It's very important, because there is something you are going to find out that you needed to find out, and this is going to be quite important later on for your own progress, my gorgeous Piscelinis, indeed. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you. Okay, I'm sending you brightest blessings. Okay, I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, and light, my gorgeous people. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. Bum ba-da-da-da-dum, bum 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 ba-da-da-da-dum, bum bum dun, du-du-du-du-du-du-du-du-du-du-du-du-du. Love you.